their belt, but it's going to be going up against Swagtron's Baiken. This is going to be definitely a very loaded first game with that 5H counter hit.
Absolutely. Already forcing the burst out from Swagtron. He's playing it patient, playing very slow, making use of the Kabar, making use of that Tommy to just keep Giovanna out, because that's exactly where Wild wants to be to get the offense started here.
Swagtron, I like how after that with 6K, we didn't try to force our turn, just backdash a bit, try to wait it out, but Wild, despite that, on that second approach, was able to put you back into this corner.
Yeah, there goes the throw, and all of a sudden Rush Wild in the fantastic position to finish off the round nice and quick with that super to break the wall. Looking really strong in that first round.
Yeah, holding on to that burst as well. Gonna be able to use that orange Wild Assault if you want to for some of this like whiff punish shenanigans if you need to. Swagtron using that 2D to get that knockdown. I like that meaty S tether to get out of the corner, and the parry saying, hey, you got to respect this move as well.
Absolutely, just trying to keep Wild at bay here, but being unrelenting rather, to get another super and another hard knockdown wall break. Wild with now positive bonus.
Yeah, we're going to see how we're going to use that bonus. Didn't need to do too much there. That 2S was enough to open up. Swagtron with the H-cap from downtown. I like that. And catching the backdash. Not too big of a punish. Wild getting counter hit, though.
Absolutely massive counter hit for Swagtron. Going right back in and going to start the bike in 50-50. Almost snuck in a quick... damn, I'm really forgetting that Yozansen to get the overhead, but barely missed it. Still got a wall break, but now spending a lot more meter than we'd probably like to. And there we go, Wild using the burst, just trying to make advantage of that 100 meter, but misses to confirm, and Swagtron gonna steal the round away with the last second parry.
Oh man, I'm not a Giovanna player, so I don't know if like maybe like Kara DP would have made you close enough. That was such a crazy situation. Swagtron coming out on top and does have that burst advantage as well. We'll have to see if that comes out to play. Wild with this jumping though, looking good. We've been seeing a lot of parries in this round so far in this first game, so we'll see if Swagtron's going to keep pulling that out.
It's definitely a great condition to set for your opponents, just respect it right away, and then you can change up how often you use it later on. But Wild getting right back in with punishing that bar slash, and now it's 100 meter work for this next situation. Super scary, goes for the throw, but RC to keep it safe and throws again before that close slash could come out. And Wild taking game number 1 just like that.
Awesome stuff. Wild right there was in a very strong situation with that 100 tension. Most things could be kept safe with that PRC. Of course, Swagtron committing to that backdash, which is not a bad option, especially against that meaty close slash. Wild was able to keep it safe and then keep it easy with that confirm with that throw red RC. So great stuff. Wild closing out that first game, but Swagtron showing some signs of life and may be able to get some insurance with those early parries too.
Yeah, absolutely. Swagtron definitely not having just stole away that second round, but the fact that we got around at all means that it's not going to be too easy for Wild to keep up that pace. But at the same time, though, when Wild has gotten any sort of hit to matter, it would carry over to the rest of the round. Let's see if that will keep on up in game number 2.
Swagtron trying to be active with these far slashes here. That 6P as well, saying, hey, I don't want Wild jumping in on me any longer. The counter hit being answered with the burst. Swagtron going to answer with that H-Cat back.
Escobar starts to stagger pressure with the Tatami backdashing, but Wild read that, just dashed right on in and got a counter close slash, forcing the burst out with Swagtron.
50 meter, nice jump in. This one connecting. Going to be able to put this bike in here in the corner. The backdash coming out again, but this time the PRC a little late, so Swagtron able to fight back.
Fight back in a great way. There goes the same side, faking out the a.b.a. Yozansen. Oh, but misses the RC confirm. Huge opportunity for Wild to steal the round away. Has 50 meter as well for one more mix-up. Goes for the overhead cross-up, a good block by Swagtron. The a.b.a. as well to get the punish. Great stuff.
Yeah, great stuff from both players for sure, but you're right. Swagtron with some amazing defensive finish off that round. Wild, very patient here on the full screen, looking for the whiff punish and gets it.
Such a great tool with that Giovanna speed, the slide momentum as well. There goes the delay on the 214K to catch the movement and a throw again, just keeping Swagtron locked down in this corner. Super to break the walls, going to do a ton of damage with the low scaling. Swagtron holding on for one more interaction here.
We'll see. Yeah, most likely not going to see that burst, especially with Wild catching your backdash with that far slash. I like how Wild is quick on those dash whiff punishes in general. I mean, you got to be quick on that with Giovanna. Look at it right there.
Absolutely on point, laser focus, just being patient, sitting out full screen whenever we get in the range to catch. But now Wild taking advantage of Swagtron taking the initiative and going for 2Ds, but oh, they're going reversal for reversal now. The parry met with the super, not enough to break the wall though, so Wild does get another good hit here to seal out the game, and there it is coming in with the JH. Will it be enough? No!
Ooh, trying to finish this one off on a single pick, so Wild saying, it's going to be one of these 2Ds, I don't know which one.
Trying to sneak in a 5K burst to just keep the offense going, but another parry from Swagtron, staying alive. The cross up Johnson into a full combo here. Oh, but we dropped, but the reverse someone's gonna flip. What's going on? 2H RC. What is that? Dropped it for the mix-up and ended up missing everything. Swagtron and a stalemate, but there goes the far slash to seal out an insane round 3 there. 1-1 on the board now.
Now, Khalil, you got to take the points off. I don't think there were any winners that match. I'm going to keep it a buck. But no, for real. We take those, and we're evened up 1-1. Great stuff there. For real, though. Great stuff in that last round. Definitely. I mean, the reason why Spaghetti shows like that is because both players realize, oh, my gosh, I actually need to secure this because my opponent is that good. If I let this moment go, I'm going to lose. So that's why the tension's high.
Wild sticking back to the patient neutral, jumping right over those buttons, and Swagtron already has the corner pressure going. Nice delay on the close slash to catch. Swagtron moving to the last second. Wild again once that patient game, and there we go, finds the timing with the counter at 5K, and there we go, finally baiting out the parry, not falling for it a third time to Wild, and we get a perfect for the round 1.
Beautiful stuff there from Wild, finishing off that round with that burst advantage as well. Swagtron trying to be active with that cross up. Oh man, good stuff here from Wild.
A bit of a panic option there from Swagtron to just get some distance, but Wild just is playing the slow game, making Swagtron lose to themselves here, and there goes another 2K counter it. What? Oh, that was 100,000% a parry that got misinputted. And luckily for Swagtron, it was a 6P, but it still was not enough to stop Wild from taking that game 3 over. Dominant to get the 2-1 lead.
I mean, you can definitely see that Wild was slowed things down a lot, and ironically, slowing things down secured the victory for yourself that much faster, right? Because Baiken is not a character you want to be scrambling with, especially with Swagtron willing to spend that IAD Yozansen, right? So Wild is going full screen, looking for those whiff punishes, spending tension when we need to. Looking great here. We got to see what we can do in game 4.
Go. Will Swagtron switch it up? Just going again. Both players sitting back, and there goes the aggression from Swagtron. Kabari gonna hit, but there he goes. The air to air from Wild. We see a burst. Yes, we will.
Nice stuff. There's that whiff punish 5K. That dash 5K getting the counter hit. We're gonna confirm to the super as well. Swagtron not out of it yet, especially in a great spot. We do have a lot of tension here. We just got to wake up here.
RC should be enough to confirm. Charge dust. One more hit here. Nope, finds it with that 5K into spiral arrow confirmed. Wild 1 run away from closing up this set.
Awesome stuff there, man. Wild looking strong on this Giovanna. Going to be able to get this counter hit confirmed combo that take you to the corner. Swagtron hold on to this burst. Doesn't want to get it baited too soon here. Looking for that right moment. Does get that air dash JS, and now we got the Giovanna in the corner.
But misses the H-Kabari confirmed, so loses the hard knockdown opportunity. Has to make it up here. No hard knockdown for the wall break, but has 100 meter work with. Baiken super strong in this situation. Goes for the BRC. Nice air throw.
Yeah, that air throw was nasty, and catching that back dash with far slash. Has 100 meter here. This needs a red RC combo. That 6P with punish not being too massive yet. Wild having 100 meter as well, but Swagtron spending it first.
While just waiting it out, doesn't want to get clipped by anything, has 100 to work with as well. That Geo buff helps a lot here with that extra damage and defense. Spends 50 for the RC, and the other gonna go straight for the super after getting the cross up. Wild closes the round up and closes the set 3-1.
Awesome stuff right there, man.
All right, May Kai May. I'm rooting for the May. I'm biased commentator. I don't care. I'm a May player. Okay, starting off with the very clean 5H whip punish, going to spend that Wild assault to get some extra wall carry, but Tonsqi will be fighting back out.
Nice stuff. Both players very active here. Tonsqi's going to be answering a counter hit with our burst to keep this May in the corner, try to get that shock state applied, and we're patient here with that air dash back, but Miracle takes advantage.
Nice left right, going to get the cross up. More four-way mix-up incoming, but misses the low there, so Tonsqi going to have another chance at life here. 5K into 5K again for the safe jab, being very patient, looking for some kind of defensive option from Miracle, but Miracle just waiting it all out. Goes for the Orca, but yeah, the 100 meter buff from that Orca just makes it so tough to deal with. Pretty much a guaranteed out, and nice combo from the command grab to break the wall.
Not just a guaranteed out, but sometimes it's a straight up mix-up combo tool. Tonsqi on this low HP, still going to be able to fight out, though. Miracle spending that burst on the counter hit now, is winning that round, but Tonsqi at least was able to get that burst.
Patience. There we go. Tonsqi just working their way in here slowly but surely. Miracle already forced to the corner. There goes the far slash to catch the backdash. One of the really good advantages Kai has in this matchup is that post-Dolphin RPS, if the May player's backdash on time, Kai can punish it super hard, as you can clearly see on the screen here with the delayed JD. Excuse me.
That was actually crazy. Tonsqi with some hard call-outs here. Definitely going to be paying more attention to some of those matchup-specific things that you called out, J7. I definitely want to see what Tonsqi is picking up here. Has that burst advantage. Oh, I love that 5K round star. That's an active move, bro. You got to be careful if you're going to be trying to fight that one.
Yeah, absolutely going to eat that entire wall break combo. Definitely labbed that one out before we got here. Nice 5K for confirm, but even better confirm from the stun dipper. Tonsqi getting another wall break. Paper thrust for the break and keep the meter for the neutral here. Not mad at it, and yeah, that's exactly why you do so as Kai. You just send the stun dipper. See you later, Tonsqi taking game number 1.
I gotta say, those last 2 rounds looking very good for our Kai player there. Full resources, by the way. Definitely the world was our oyster, finishing that one off. The great stuff here, but Miracle also showing some great stuff in that first round. You know, that May is gonna have to see what we can do here with some of those S Dolphins. Tonsqi answering back with, I mean, dude, that one jump JD was kind of crazy. So definitely paying attention to how Tonsqi is playing if that first game was that confident.
Yeah, just fully called out. I believe it was a fuzzy backdash or a fuzzy jump there. Just all over with that delayed JD. I always see Kai players come with the most insane, like, fuzzy mash catchers or fuzzy jump catchers. Because, I mean, Kai doesn't have the high-low of most characters in this game. He's kind of got to just get creative.
This looks creative right here. Tonsqi gonna take it to the corner. I mean, that throw is the tried and true. We know Kai Kiske throwing us in the corner. There's another one coming for you. Tonsqi has 50 meter here. What's gonna be the mix? It's gonna be that air dash back overhead.
Ugh. Disgusting. With the JS confirmed as well. The kill. Tonsqi on fire right now. Counter 5H. Will confirm you as well. Spending the wall assault to get the wall break. Positive bonus already. Miracle on the back foot. A great confirm from the far slash wall assault spent for the wall break. Didn't quite get it. And the wake up. Ride the lightning. Gonna be plenty here. PRC to just get that tumble confirmed. Yep, we got those on deck. Stun Dipper not gonna break the wall. We're gonna set up Sun Peach. Fireball OP. A nice smash to get out from Miracle.
The Miracle doing some great stuff, but Tonsqi gonna keep in the corner with that 6P. Luckily not gonna kill you quite yet, and it's gonna be that 2H counter hit from Miracle. Gonna take it to the corner. This throw all of a sudden puts us in a last hit situation.
Oh no! There goes the stun for RC. Such a great option to throw out post Dolphin, especially when Kai has the extra meter. It's just a defensive tool, offensive tool, neutral tool. It does everything. Gotta be looking out for that. And Tonsqi already up 2-0. We could see why they've been speed running these matches so far. Already looking one match away from 3-0 on the standings.
We'll have to see. Tonsqi looking pretty strong out here. Miracle definitely put up against a wall here. Tonsqi is not going to be an easy opponent to come back against here. This is definitely going to be a trial. So Miracle, there's no easy way to say it. Just going to have to lock in from this point on. Going to spend that burst to try to not give that positive bonus away. I love that answer. Active with this 2S. Tonsqi going to catch you in the air, though.
Great confirm as well. Sacred Edge for the stun state, or shock state rather, and the hard knockdown. I'll fix it out again with the jump JD, but this time Miracle able to jump out, get some mix-ups going, but the backdash from the stun dipper from Tonsqi taking the turn back once again here.
Flex Shield buys you just a little bit of time. I like this stun dipper punish that we're going to get for that. Miracle going to try to frame trap with this Dolphin, but Tonsqi finds the gap, goes for the DP, blocks the 100 tension killer whale, but gets caught by the throw.
Man grab for the wall break. But honestly, not the best situation. Now you're dealing with Kai 50 meter, yeah. One hit away and finds it with the tap dust.
Man, great stuff right there, Tonsqi. I mean, that was some crazy stuff. That was DP, tap dust. Tonsqi very confident in navigating the game, not just Kai, right? Like, these are universal mechanics we're using to, pick apart our opponent. Miracle, despite that, is still trying to fire this corner, catching some lows. Tonsqi, feeling the pressure, spends that burst to put your opponent in the corner.
Slash 5H. Damage again. Miracle finding the jump out. Gets around the throw, but the PRC to cover. Tonsqi all over the place here. Gets the throw, gonna reset. A fireball catching. Oh, Miracle press something. It's not the right thing because now you're dealing with another positive bonus situation. RC on the stun dipper, but missed. I'm not sure if that 6 kill was supposed to cover the burst and combo, but if it was, genius play to go 3-0. Tonsqi sweeping the set there.
2-0, is that right? So we got a match on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Winner stays undefeated. Loser drops to 2-1. Huge momentum and huge momentum loss for whoever wins and loses this bet. But here we go. Magician Girl already getting started, pulling out all the cards. Cubes all over the place, but uh-oh. Kensei kind of fighting back. That runs all the way under the jump, forcing the burst out.
Nice. Feels good about spending that burst. Kensei going to spend our own. I'm looking at these cards from Magician Girl. Everything looking pretty good so far. We got that Tap Dust 50 RC to take this Kai even a little bit further, possibly through the wall. We do got 50 tension on the side of Kensei, but you got to wake up first to spend it.
Nice confirm there. Dropped a little bit, had a little more 5K in. Oh, there we go again. Getting RC, Tap Dust RC, getting it blocked. Another Tap Dust RC getting blocked. 6K for the low, but Kensei blocking all that. Slides out with the but runs right back into the aerial from Magician Girl. Going to get out that first round scot-free.
Yeah, try to use that vertical close slot, try to scoop you down. Good stuff there, Magician Girl. Going to be answered back with this burst after a really strong round start. That H stun edge beating out some of those cubes and buying you some space for this stun dipper to put this Magician through the corner.
5K, 5K again. Nice throw. That Nana shield is broken. One more hit's gonna hurt quite a lot, but not if we confirm. Don't confirm the 2K. YRC for Magician Girl to fight their way out. The shield is back on, but the hits are still going. Kensei breaking the wall once again. Hard knockdown this time.
Yeah, we'll see what we got. Getting opened up by that 5K, unfortunately. I was about to say, Magician Girl still having like a decent amount of like effective HP with that Mana Shield, but we're going to this next round. We do got that burst in our back pocket. I do see this staff. We already got one applied, so we're going to have to see what we can do with these cards. Kensei doing such a good job of forcing our way in with that stun dipper.
Yeah, the Magician Girl fighting back, putting the Qs up on the staffs on, staying in test case 1. Burning some cards, but yeah, Kensei realizing that just running right under just the JH reset, but not quite. Mana Shield broken despite that trade, and oh, that's gonna be such huge damage for Kensei. Oh my god.
Almost killed, holy moly. I wonder if a route coulda, but we're gonna think about that one next round. Kensei gonna have to get one more hit as Magician Girl gets his mana back, catches you with that overhead. I love the Sacred Edge through the projectiles. Even H-Stun Edge is able to beat out a couple, but of course that Sacred Edge with the fast startup, Kensei was able to take out Magician Girl with that little bit of HP she had and finish off that first game. Great stuff, man. With that being said, Magician Girl always having some explosive round starts with those cubes. We gotta see what we can do if we can just get those cards aligning.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, really good stuff for Kensei. Just really comfortable navigating through the bullet hell that is Asuka's game plan. Like, you just gotta let him do that sometimes. It sucks, but Kensei is taking it like a champ and got the win for it.
Oh wow!
Along with your patience lasts. Great combo from Magician Girl. She had that on block on speed dial, that low in the air,
and she was able to connect that neuron and pull it out. But Kensei, with that approaching 6P, was able to keep her here in this corner, and with no mana to fight back with, you're going to have to use those Asuka normals. I love catching that hurt box. Kensei going to send you through.
Is she dead? No, not quite. One more. Whoa! An actual pixel left. Wow. YRC, very brave choice there. Kensei had all day to block, but decided not to. There goes the overhead, but good block from Kensei again. He's chilling, peeking through. Nice. So good. Covering the approach with the fireball and falling up with the tap dust, sneaking that in. Kensei with another clean round.
I love that. Kensei catching with that tap dust. Man, these stun dippers have been going crazy, getting us so much mileage. Magician Girl having a lot of cubes here to fight back with. I love that 5P confirm.
Really good stuff. Building up the damage, resetting some cards as well, keeping the mana up. And here comes that signature Asuka block strings. The cubes are coming out to play. Kensei blocking the overhead, but not the tap dust that followed. Magician Girl finally getting that opening she needed to come back into this game here, but no. hard knockdown. Has some meter to work with the positive bonus, so not the end of the world.
I'll see what she's got. Gonna be shuffling some of these cards a bit, but gonna catch you. Kensei trying to air dash in to force that approach. Magician Girl all of a sudden in a great spot. Gonna catch you with that full screen 2D. Kensei probably not even expecting that one to connect with that backwalk, but that thing is full screen, man. You gotta respect it.
Super far. Probably keeping an eye out for that overhead ball from the mind game. One that is just lurking. If you're looking at it, it's like, uh-oh, what is it coming? And then the bowling ball with 2D just kicks your legs out from below. And now the 6 H's are connecting. A little bit of mental stack game coming out for Magician Girl. She gets another wall break here. This time with the hard knockdown.
Definitely. I mean, she's been getting a lot of dupes too. We got a pile shuffle, girl. We got to figure out what we're doing with that shuffle technique because we've been getting a lot of dupes. I mean, look at the cards, but we're trying to make good use of them. I mean, we're about to try to finish off this round. With that being said, Kensei trying to finish with that vapor thrust route that Shock State was on you. Would have been a nice combo. Unfortunately, couldn't get that connection. Magician Girl spending some of that HP to get some of this mana back. All of a sudden, it could be either player's round. I'm keeping it a million, but of course I say that. And Magician Girl connects with that overhead. Kensei, what do you got?
Go barely dropping that combo, was enough to kill for sure. Had to burst now. Both players essentially one hit away. If Kensei could build that meter, runs over for the close slash, but what a teleport by Magician Girl to just juke on out of there to get the cube out. And now we've got a tied set, 1-1.
Love that answer there from Kensei. Threw up that far slash, and that button was looking strong there for a second, man. It was eating some cubes, but not enough. And Magician Girl was able to finish off that last round, but it was looking kind of hot there either way. We'll see 1-1. Both players showing off some cool stuff, showing off some high decision making. I mean, I really like what you were pointing out about like how Kensei trying to block Magician Girl's cards. I definitely need to pay more attention to that. See what Magician Girl's getting, how she wants to use it. Of course, when you got a lot of cubes and you got a fast staff, sometimes you just start sending those projectiles. And right now, Kensei getting knocked down here.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to get used to... Oh, wait, yeah, there we go. Kensei trying to break through with that Sun Dipper confirmed, but just the second time, Magician Girl was more than ready for it. Nice tap dust as well. The offense is piling on. Magician Girl momentum is building. More cubes to go. Overhead block from Kensei again. Really paying attention to that deck, but there goes the 2D. Oh, the cube eating under that 6P hurt bar. And there we go. Magician Girl getting rewarded with a hard knockdown to the cube super as well.
Yeah, I mean, one more hit could take it here, but no tension, so you have to get it the old-fashioned way. You're just going to have to hit your opponent. Kensei trying to air stall a bit with some of those angled stun edges, but does eventually get caught in the air. Magician Girl saying, hey, I got my own projectiles. Finishes off that round. Got some good cards here. Needs a chance to start them, though, but Kensei catches you with that far slash. Great counter hit confirm.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the last round, Magician Girl, she spent every card in test case 1. That's something you really don't see often. That little 26 was 0 in that round. I was going to wonder what would happen if she didn't get the kill in time, but made it happen anyway. Now has some momentum, but Kensei halting it really quick with that Ride the Lightning. 100 meter to confirm as well. They go for the RC to get some shot state on. No burst from Magician Girl going to hold it. Not mad at the decision at all. Has had the round lead as well. Can afford to take another mistake here.
See what we got. Shuffling our hand. Kensei active with the 5P against those cubes. Could that be the death of us, though? I'm not sure. Magician Girl on a pixel, but with some pressure, going to be able to take you through the wall here. Actually going to try to get some of our mana back, but just a little too much as Kensei finishes off the round with that Stun Dipper.
That was a greedy play, but had some merit to it. Usually those green cubes cover so much ground, or rather the red fireball cubes, but Kensei just slid right on under those right before they can hit the ground. Another Stun Dipper from Kensei. Setting up the 2H, resetting with the H fireball, jumping right over that fuzzy throw. Gonna get even more damage. Magician Girl without burst. It's gonna hurt a lot. The mana is trickling down. One more hit will get rid of it, and that'll honestly just be the set with the flex shield straight into the Q super. Get off me, says Magician Girl.
Yeah, that was actually an awesome use of our game mechanics. Kensei, of course, having a lot of that resource on our side as well. That was, oh my god. Okay, we are to block it out, but that's the flex shield. At first was looking like we were about to get answered up. This Asuka looking good. We got you in the corner. I'm looking at the tension on the side of Kensei. We need a chance to spend it to get out. Magician Girl not giving you the gap quite yet.
Yeah, just Kensei all over these high lows and just rip through all the cubes once again with the Sacred Edge and not having any of it. Amazing Asuka defense by Kensei here to go 2-1 now.
Man, awesome stuff. I like how Kensei, of course, is using that Sacred Edge as, just an anti-Asuka tool. Like, hey, if I need you to stop playing the game for a half a second, if that means it's going to hit you and win the round, I'm ready with that Sacred Edge. So Kensei using that tension very wisely. With that being said, Magician Girl, very active in trying to get some of this mana back and how we're using these cards and how we're playing a lot in our test cases. Definitely need to pay more attention to that as well. I need to see where Magician Girl likes to sit in her test cases. Going to be spending that burst here. Kensei with a good round start, trying to be active to fight back in.
Absolutely. There we go, both players standing back. There we go. Magician Girl forcing the burst opportunity. That's a huge bonus for Asuka if you just keep the opponent from just resetting your stuff. But oh my god, now I'm stuck with a short range hand, honestly. You had like 2 screamers and the overhead, so Kensei just running right on in, taking advantage of that space. 2H, gonna reset, but fake it out, another fake out, trying to get a fuzzy throw out, but Magician Girl holding firm and finally finds that jump out, JS. Now we got some offense.
Trying to get some of these cards back. You did see your opponent was in the area, was threatening that potential jump in attack, so Magician Girl's a little patient there. Just spent a lot of HP. I'm gonna keep it a buck to get some of that mana back, but could be enough. HP is only a resource. This is a card game. Magician Girl doing some good stuff.
Oh, nice block on the cross up. Oh my goodness. Kensei just absolutely ready. Oh, but not ready for the same side teleport. Excuse me. That was sneaky.
These Asuka players, you gotta be tricky, man. You gotta have some cool factor if you're playing this guy. Nice stuff. The cube getting answer. I like how Kensei was trying to special cancel off of that 6P, but Magician Girl had the answer.
Getting caught again by another cube. Magician Girl shuffling and shuffling away, spending so much mana to get to just the optimal deck that she wanted here, and it looks like it's working out. Has the auto refill and the auto mana recharge as well. So just spamming through spells over and over again. Kensei pushed back to the corner, getting chipped away, running out of meter, running out of life. But there we go, an H fireball to finally get some space back.
See, gonna be active with that bar slash. I like how we're special canceling off of the cube hits. It's a great way to try to make our way in, but I gotta say, Magician Girl's been doing a great job of calling it out. Gonna be able to confirm off of that air hit cube. Magician Girl gets game 4 for ourselves.
Really good stuff from Magician Girl, sneaking on under with that teleport. Kensei caught in the air, unsure of where she would end up, got caught by the cross-up, and that was more enough to take the round. Magician Girl finding her footing, and now we're in a 2-2 set. The cards have been working out way better. The Magician spells, the overheads, the cross-ups are finally starting to hit, but it's up to the opponent to how much that is going to actually happen. So, because if Kensei wasn't too aware, wasn't on point with the ways to get through the cubes with the stun edges and the special cancels here and there, Magician Girl will just run all over. That's what Asuka can do sometimes. The opponent isn't too ready, but Kensei, of course, born ready for this matchup, has played plenty of the game, and oh, what a first bait! Wasn't even a mid-combo. Just on the knockdown, descends it, and gets heavily rewarded with a hard knockdown.
Luckily, you do have that Asuka mana shield defense to back you up a little bit. That tech throw was very well placed here from Magician Girl, but Kensei not only breaking that shield, but going to combo you through. Has 50 meter for mix here. Magician Girl not a great spot.
Oh, great jump back after the DRC. Going to get some damage on, got a hard knockdown. Trying to get some cubes, get some spells. Running out here, there's only one left, and Kensei recognizing I'm just going to rip through everything with the Ride the Lightning, blasting through every single one of those projectiles. Kensei on set point now.
Awesome stuff, man. Kensei definitely feeling like the momentum is in our favor. I like that little 2P there to possibly recover quick enough to bait out Magician Girl's burst if she had chosen to put it there. This Sacred Stun Edge going to just poke a bit, trying to get in on these cubes as Magician Girl is trying to shuffle around. Doesn't have too much mana to play with, but gets some back here. Kensei just trying to wake up an FD block, trying to do anything to not die.
Again, getting blocked up, overheads on point, but getting caught moving by these super big cube waves that are coming out. But there we go, fully butting out. But here comes the sub-micron particle sphere. Why do I know that? Long story. But here comes another spell. Nice cross up.
Here we go.
Enough to kill? Not quite. One more OTG setup. And there we go, eating through the stun edge with the fireball cube. We're on last game, last round. Anybody can take it.
Oh my god, that Sunbipper actually almost made its way in, but Magician Girl with a multi-hitting cube tried to link it after with that 6H, that 2D catching Kensei, trying to just approach back, that fuzzy jump back, able to block out that spear, and the Wild Assault, able to confirm that far slash hit. I love this 5D Red RC combo. Magician Girl does have this burst, but doesn't spend it yet.
Yeah, a little afraid of the burst bait, rightfully so, had no mana to work with anyway, so if that burst could get baited into a combo, the game would be over already. Asking the burst to just fight the way out the corner one more time here, but the JS gonna connect, sniping Magician Girl off the air. One more interaction will absolutely do your tap dust. We see another one. No, but the close slash gonna connect anyway. Magician Girl a little too antsy, and Kensei battle the speedsters here.
Here we go. As much as I like talk about this matchup in theory, I feel like I never get to watch it that often. So we're going to see DainsLeif, of course, a Millia extraordinaire. Oh my god, this counter hit off the rope. Cuhzoid with an explosive start. Unfortunately, couldn't finish that combo. Kept it going, by the way. It was like we had the script rolling or something. DainsLeif, despite that, trying to fight back here in this neutral.
Oh, that was crazy. That was almost so much damage. Using the rope for a little bit mix up, but didn't confirm the combo. The scripts are not on correctly. Gotta rewrite the code a little bit. Nice same side from DainsLeif with that JH. Gonna steal it that first round.
Awesome stuff. I mean, that was an explosive first round. Holy moly. Okay, so I'm personally locked in. Our players definitely are. Catching that backdash with the close slash. Going to be able to just turn this one to an explosive wall break, man. Millions Chipp, that's a lot of damage.
She does so much damage now. That S-Disc buff that lets her combo more consistently, and the burst speed, letting Millia just have so much more combo potential. There we go. Speaking of that S-Disc, again, double reset. Is that enough to kill with the... Maybe? It looks like it.
Oh, my lord. Of course, DainsLeif here with the 100-meter with the Swag Mirage Winger to finish it off, but... I mean, I think we could have just probably could have just 6P'd as low as Chipp was there. But of course, DainsLeif wasn't going to, we're going to do everything we can to secure the game, and that's what we did, getting that first one here. Cuhzoid, of course, with an explosive round start with a very hard call out with that rope. So we'll have to see. Of course, Millia, a very aerial character, so maybe Cuhzoid on this rope is going to be the answer. We'll see.
Yeah, that was Millia 2 touching is ridiculous. I've been gone for a bit. I haven't really seen too much of Millia with their new combo changes, but I'm seeing it now, and I'm scared. Whoever said Millia needs more damage, we gotta talk. Look! It's gonna be another 2-touch!
Yeah, oh my god, and it was a burst plate on the other side, by the way. Going to go ahead and make it. Okay, so DainsLeif said, guys, it's only a 3-touch. Come on. Trying to get that third touch here, but Cuhzoid not going to make it free at least.
Oh, a little alpha blade into the rehop, into the overhead. Cuhzoid busting out crazy mix-ups with drop split combo again. The fighter's not going to connect all the way there, but still 100 to work with. The sneaky reset into a low. They connect straight into the super, not giving DainsLeif a chance to burst.
Honestly, Cuhzoid, there's a very real chance we win this round. If not, at the very least, get this burst away from DainsLeif. We're going to see with this fast RC to try to mix up this Millia. With the early cancel on the overdrive, DainsLeif holds on to that burst. Cuhzoid doesn't give you the chance.
Not at all. Cuhzoid looking a lot better in the second game, but there we go, an even better JS. Great air-to-air tool that Millia has into the JH. Really connect to the counter, forcing the burst out from Cuhzoid.
All right, Dains in the air. Both of our players. DainsLeif checking with that 5K. Cuhzoid blocking it out. Being very patient here on this Chipp. Trying to catch you with that 5D. Didn't expect that 5K to connect. DainsLeif trying to Gatling to try to keep you here in the corner. Finds a gap, gets the DP.
And here comes the tightrope mix. Again, that Alpha Blade mix of now crossing up with the JS, but missing the combos. Such important hits being dropped here. And yeah, DainsLeif just not letting that go unpunished. Nice mix-up of their own to seal out that round.
Nice stuff. DainsLeif securing the moment here. Of course, we're so even up in the rounds. We're going down the last round in all these games so far as Cuhzoid gets that counter hit to start us off and the cross up for the mix.
Chipp Blunder is on and spinning. Nice wall break combo as well. Oh my goodness. There we go. Full script is back on. We got the full combo and a hard knockdown to work with as well.
Nice stuff here. I love the way we're using this movement. Very vertical close slash there. Catching DainsLeif, or Cuhzoid rather. DainsLeif using that very vertical 2H to take this Chipp all the way to the corner, anti-airing you, and the burst gets out.
There we go. Mito just chopping on over with that capital JS. Frost is going to connect as well. Yeah. He could live. I lied. DainsLeif with the winger. Going to go up 2-0.
It is a paradox, JSF, because it's Millia, so you know it doesn't kill. But it's Chipp, so you know it does kill. So you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was unsure. I was like, Millia doesn't do that much damage. Super, but Chipp is so fragile. I was like, I don't know, it could. And it did. Nice kill from DainsLeif going up 2-0. cuhzoid fighting back a lot better than that first game, so it may not be over just yet.
I mean, for sure. I mean, the score is 2-0, but I think we've been down. Did we go in the last round each time? Maybe not that first game, excuse me. But regardless, cuhzoid making me feel like we are as strong as we've been playing on this Chipp. And as explosive as these combos have been when we get that hit, but DainsLeif is doing a good job of, like Jace has been saying, those 2 touches on Millia have been crazy.
Absolutely crazy, especially crazy in a low health character. Nice JS again, just keeping that, just keeping the Tyro defense like at bay. That's a really good wall out tool with that disjoint, with the speed. Just keeping that button on deck whenever that tower comes out. But there we go, cuhzoid still finding that offense in the corner. Nice overhead, gonna keep the burst. Not a bad decision is like going to neutral. cuhzoid has the positive bonus, but you have the meter off the bat to work with, and you're going to spend it right now with that car reception voices double for your trouble. DainsLeif
awesome.
Set point.
Man, DainsLeif getting the set point with a very flashy finish, huh? Double trouble, set them voices. The counter hit from cuhzoid going to answer this round, though. It's going to be the low is actually hidden by the clone there. That was actually a little tricky. DainsLeif still getting out of the corner. Unfortunately, doesn't get that DP punish as cuhzoid still stuck in the corner.
Just keep walling him out. There goes the YRC. Trying to find anything. Gets the far slash. Now we're back in the middle, but that far slash from DainsLeif and almost the burst bait. Little delay. Save cuhzoid with a backdash from the 2K Judy. Good awareness by DainsLeif to call up that gap. Get a full combo as a result. Same side block this time. There goes the S6 and the RC. Extending the offense as long as possible. Here goes the bad moon, but cuhzoid finding a spot to DP. Apple Blade block.
The counter hit JH. That's going to be the finish there. DainsLeif looking strong to finish that one off. 3-0. cuhzoid showing some signs of life there on that Chipp, but DainsLeif looking like this may be the first recorded ever Disney Mirror on an online bracket, period. This we may be breaking new ground.
She came out. I've seen when she came out.
Oh, okay.
That, no. Like, what is this? But yeah, Dizzy, character I really like. I think she's super cool. Had a lot of changes. Got some very disgusting disjoints added, as well as a 36 active frame ice. But you know that 36 active, that's a lot.
The thing about it being 36 is that it's always more than you think. If you think it's 36, it's still more than that. Great stuff right here. Connor trying to beat up Pixelated Max, of course. Both characters very similar looking Dizzies, but Connor using the default Dizzy with that blue hair Pixelated Max. Getting caught by that 100-meter super.
Wow. They're just throwing ice spikes and fireballs. Whoever gets hit first, round over. GG. Laser beam for your trouble. You got a lot of burst back from that super, though. That's the one thing that makes me sad about that. Look how much burst! Pixelated Max was on like less than a third and is now almost at full burst just from getting hit by one move. Poor Dizzy. That's okay. Still getting a hard knockdown from that fireball. Here we go, Fire Knife. Backdash should bait out a throw, but really good jump back from Max. Choose that option instead. Gets a hard knockdown here. Oh, actually goes for the wall swap. Yes.
Okay, tricky stuff with that stagger 2K here, of course, trying to get that wings, the proc, to take away that last bit of HP, but the YRC connects.
Ooh, how absolutely kill there with the OTG. Didn't quite take it though. Far slash again, just starting out that massive disjoint, followed by the 5H to trade in Pixelated Max's favor, going to round 3 now.
Okay, Pixelated Max rather answering back here with that last round. I like these 5K fire lances we're going for. Connorlink keeping in the corner with that wings. Pixelated Max with that air backdash. Going to be able to get that on-hit throw to keep your opponent in the corner. Another wings and another whiff throw.
Getting a hard knockdown here. Huge with Dizzy with that wings of light pressure added on top. Hard knockdown with that S. Michael sword. Dust tap. RC trying to get out of burst. Pixelated Max holding it for tomorrow. And Connorlink getting the first game.
Nice stuff, man. Both these players definitely got a game plan in mind of trying to get your opponent around that second touch scenario, get that hard knockdown, and get that like 50, 60, 70 meter wings established. Now, all of a sudden, you're stuck in the corner. You have to press into these stagger buttons or you're going to lose the game anyways. Both these players taking advantage of that. Now, Pixelated Max.
Oh, come on. Come on. The ruins killing out the mirror. Goes for I mean, we still get the mother-son fight, so not too bad. Still within the lore. So, all good. Pulling out the counterplay. I know Pixelated Max has the Sin for the Dizzy. I just remember playing his Sin a lot. Way back in my day. I played Dizzy.
Yeah, got to blow the dust off the journals back then, off the photo albums to see J-Sab playing this Dizzy.
Absolutely. Nice combo here. Almost got the kill. On the meter for just a better neutral situation. I'm not mad at that at all. Dizzy really likes to have it for situations just like this, using the fire axe to run right under for a little more pressure. Being patient, doesn't want to overextend because Sin can punish you real hard for that. Nice block on the host up, but gets hit by the follow-up.
Players being very active with our normals here. Pixelated Max getting that fast RC, send you through first. Connor does have a lot of resources to spend here, and honestly, just one hit could be all we need. At this point, Chipp is a factor as well, as Max does get back some of the stamina and does have meter to play with.
Ooh, just a 5. Get a dash and quick poke. Seal out that round. Pixelated Max for that combo in the earlier round just spent all the stamina, all the meter, and all the burst. And now, yeah, I was going to say, without burst for the second round, any hit is going to be huge for Connorlink to get here. Setting up both fish just for added pressure with punish that 2P attempt from Max. And now, with the other bonus, Connorlink driver's seat, but not anymore.
And Max finds that gap, is able to DP out. Connor does have so much tension to play with, but is very patient in how we're using it so far. Just looking for that 5D mix, the PRC to keep it safe. Max fights out.
6K again, just throwing out those plus frames, really good spacing as well, but calling out the Elphelt with this Cooper here, gonna get a reset, just sending out the ice spike, just get that ice floor up, but Pixelated Max getting rid of that right away.
Here we go, what do we got? So much resources in the side of Connor, chooses to spend that 50 tension first. Max able to bait it out, gets that hit. Connor opting to hold on to that burst. Max getting away with murder. We got full stamina here, catching with that beak driver. Gonna be able to put you here in this corner. Nice stuff. Now that stamina getting low is Connor just trying to block it out. Needs some tension to fight back out of this corner.
Gets tagged. Nice close flash. Gonna step the 5H. Hard knockdown here. Same side. Pixelated Max getting caught. Another hard knockdown again. The wings are getting pretty close to popping. The low. One more hit's gonna do it. YRC, no, decides to backdash, and now the meter getting coldly drained for Connorlink. Unfortunately, didn't get too much with it.
I like how Max didn't actually stamina cancel in to avoid that wings here. Connor trying to block it out here. Does have our burst if we do get this straight hit, but Max with that fast RC to try to mix you up. No stamina left, J-Sab.
Ooh! Both players whipping the throw there, but the 5H counter is going to be pretty big. The fish actually kind of ruining the combo that may have killed with the counter hit on delay. S Michael Sword going to put Connorlink up 2-0 now.
Man, strong stuff there. Connor doing some good stuff with that wings to buy us some space, be able to use that zoning to our advantage. I think Max doing a great job of our stamina usage in general, but Connor taking advantage of the fact when stamina, I mean, it's limited. It's a resource. You know, you have to use it to get in. You have to use it for these combos. And even if Max uses it perfectly, Connor can try to take advantage of his moments when it's at 0.
Absolutely. Another thing about this matchup is that Sin honestly just gets so much mileage from getting the right pokes in, but with it being honestly less than it was before post-patch now, it gives Dizzy more leeway to make more mistakes. And as Dizzy, that's fine by you because you have the ice field, you have the wings of light. You want to play that slow game more so than your opponent in most cases, and this is definitely one of them. But Pixelated Max getting off to a good start, positive bonus, but no stamina, has to play it slow despite the advantage.
A lot of respect going to these normals and to the spikes. You gotta look out for this Dizzy 2D. Goes ahead and spawns that burst. Feels pretty confident about this round. Gets that ice floor established. Max pretty low here on this burst. Connor could potentially close this one out before Max even gets a chance to get that resource back. The wings are out here.
Oh, huge hit. RC's to make sure the wings of light connect. Just a little walk up to get that maximum damage out. And that was enough, Connorlink getting the most out of that hero burst.
Oh man, massive stuff here from Connor, showing some expertise out here on this character. They definitely got the sauce. Max going to spend that burst, trying to slow things down. That S sword catching you, putting you full screen, trying to approach despite that floor. But Connor going to put you in the corner despite that nice beak driver, but can't slide forward.
Should be dead here. Yeah, absolutely. Connorlink 3-0. One pixelated Max. Very good stuff.
Guys, we got our next match queued up. It's going to be Scrooge on the Slayer versus Happyrio on the Sin.
More Sin for the people. Happyrio, a really good Sin player. I remember those days as well. Back in my day, Happyrio played Happy Chaos. And now we're on the Sin. Scrooge, a player I've never seen on the Slayer. We're going to have to get something started or else the Sin from Happyrio is going to run you over. But there we go. Player, that's exactly what you want to see. But a DP from Happyrio going to fight back. But there goes the Hand of Doom.
Great stuff here as Scrooge got you in this PB loop. It's going to be that same side command grab as Rio uses that BRC drift forward to get a 2P mash out of that corner. So no more universe buff, but still either player's game. I'm going to keep it a million. Maybe we'll spend the burst here?
Not quite gonna hold it, but okay. Hand of Doom, RC, tap dust, but not much from it. But the 2P counter hit, just barely getting that advantage to close out the first round. Scrooge fighting back.
I mean, despite as gorilla these characters can be sometimes, both these players have been very respectful in this first round, just trying to figure each other out. As Rio gets that DP there. I mean, the most disrespectful thing we've seen so far has been these DPs. Nice backdash Hand of Doom there from Scrooge.
Yeah, nice confirm there from that map of punch as well. Nice Elphelt. But dropping the combo a little bit, not getting the confirms you want, missing on some damage and maybe some OP as well. But Scrooge gonna get them extra chances. Not mad at that as Slayer. All we need is that one clean hit, and Scrooge very aware of that, just sitting back, chilling in the seat, chilling in that Slayer crouch state. Just I'll wait all day. Oh, there goes the 2D. 2K gonna connect as well. There goes the burst from Happyrio. Scrooge is so patient. You know, we're talking about how the gorilla characters, sometimes when they're respectful, honestly, that's when they're the scariest. The scariest gorilla is a patient one, as they say. The people say this.
When I'm looking at a Slayer full screen and they're not just like P-Mappa, K-Mappa at me, and they're just standing there, unwinnable.
Just chilling in the seat.
0-10 matchup. No, for real though, Scrooge doing a good, some good stuff there. Awesome way to finish off that last round.
It's so funny when Slayer does it too. He's just sitting back in his little back chair. Just like, yeah, what's up?
Here we go. Nice stuff. And I mean, that far slash is such an amazing button to cover a lot of what your opponent wants to do sometimes. Going to be able to scoop Rio a bit, but also not feeling too angsty to spend the burst at first there. Was able to wait to spend it here, and it works out for you because now you got your opponent in the corner. Scrooge holding onto this burst now. In fact, going to hold it to the wall.
Positive bonus for Happyrio, but has no resources, no stamina, no burst, no meter, no nothing. Absolutely broke, but finds the back throw, and now the resources are catching up with Happyrio, but misses a confirm again. There goes the overhead on that hook stop, and that's it, close it out. Just barely making that work. Just almost ran out of stamina. Scrooge. Not out of it just yet, has a lot of burst to work with.
See what we can do here, Scrooge. Being patient with that down back here in the corner. Of course, we look for those opportunities for the 2H and the 2D when we can, but Scrooge are going to be able to spend that burst to try to stay off of that wall here. Rio looking for the whip punish and does get a low counter hit here.
60 backing off. Oh, caught the 2D. Scrooge waiting, but not waiting quite enough because Happyrio's ready for the change in pace. Gets the tower barrel. Hard knocks him as well. One more hit will do it. Has the stamina to work with and the wild assault. Spends a lot of it for those beach-over follow-ups. Just kind of get a frame trap going. But Scrooge just so patient. Looking for the DP, but Happyrio going to choose to mash instead. Nice 2K2D now to get some mix-ups, but the Hawkbaker sending it anyway. Caught the cross up into the same side. And now we're tied on the set 1-1.
Awesome stuff, man. I mean, that's one of the answers to your opponent, just, you know, step dashing on top of your body like that, looking for the Twitter clip. Sometimes it's just send that reversal, especially if you got the privilege of having like a flash kick or something like that. But Rio right there, very confidently sending that DP input saying, hey, I don't want to hold this Oki. and gets a game on the board for themselves. Great stuff here. Both players showing this competency as we're 1-1 though.
Yeah, another benefit of having a DP against a character that's left to right a lot is that in certain situations like that one, you can kind of OS it. If you send DP in one direction while also just pressing another button, you'll get FD the other way. So if that's what Happyrio was doing, very good awareness.
Able to get to that counter hit with that frame trap. Scrooge being sent through at the sweet spot.
Yeah, that extra wall carry that sweet spot does is so beneficial when the sim player has an execution barrier. What a hero burst from Scrooge, who we were gassing up for being so patient, gambling on quite literally a pixel of health. But base the DP but runs into the second hit. Tragic way to go out there.
At very least, nice to get the DP punish and maybe get Rio's burst there. If not, just kill them, right? But that's another universe, another timeline as Rio is looking good here in this game 3, sending this Slayer to the wall, getting this 50 tension for ourselves.
Yeah, there goes the dandy step, trying to get a sneaky overhead hit in, but the Elk is going to go under the Mappa hunch. Happyrio on the advantage, has his 6k, has no stamina to work with, one for the throw to buy some time. It's going to work out beautifully here. Going to go for the 100-meter cash out. We should have enough to kill as well. Boom! No, they need the wall break. Happyrio up 2-1 now.
Sweet stuff there from Rio. I mean, Rio at this point, you know, you brought up the Happy Chaos at the beginning. Honestly, at this point, J-Sav, like, I bring it up a lot too when I see Rio, but the sin is like how do I word it, you know? It's like iconic to them at this point, you know? It's like the...
Okay.
You know, I don't want to speak for him. I don't want to speak for him. I don't want to project or anything. That's just how it feels for me personally. So we'll see. We'll see. Rio, of course, very strong sin. And looking good in this set as we're going into game 4, threatening this 3-1 victory. But Scrooge with the very confident Slayer going to try to fight out of this corner.
Absolutely. Happyrio finally keep that corner off. It's going. The Scrooge fighting right back. No longer sitting in the chair. Sending those buttons mashing. So many counter hits back to back. There goes the 2H with catching the counter hit with a really maxed out range on the far slash there to convert into the tyrant barrel.
That frame trap catching here again, Scrooge. Kill Nancy there, trying to send some of those buttons out. Of course, that 2K, that 2P can be very strong, but Rio finding that frame trap puts ourselves here on the set point.
Counter hit again, Scrooge. Mashing and getting punished every time. But let's food for the extra bit of, I don't even know what that food did, but it's okay, neither do you.
You're keeping that pressure up. The 5D connects, tries to bait the burst there at the last moment. Scrooge not going to give it to you. Rio going for those burst baits right there. Scrooge going to hold on the Rand to show off the cool things in 2.0, and that's what I'm hoping for. We got Pale Asylum, Alyssum, excuse me, coming up against Mimi. This Venom, this Elphelt. We see what we got.
Absolutely. Thank you for your patience, fellas. We're getting right back with action. We got 2 more DLC kids coming out. Speaking of DLC, Elphelt and Venom. Venom, a character that had a bit of a rough start. Balance-wise when he came out, but always get the loyalists. That's the beautiful thing about Duplicate Strive, right? Or Duplicate in general. There's always the character loyalists that will stick with them. And they got rewarded with some nice, cute little buffs. So we'll see if Pale makes that work out. But Mimi just not letting them play the game at all. Oh my god. Putting the throw straight into the RC, straight into the super. That shit in the first round. Gone just like that.
Yeah, I mean, Mimi doing the right thing right there, closing that distance, just trying to smother the zoner, not letting that 2-step get applied. Catching with that far slash here, Pale Alyssum wasn't able to get some of these set balls out. Trying to press out of that corner, gets counter hit here, and the vest is applied. Now, this is not a great spot to be in. Pale Alyssum not having that tension to fight with. Mimi going to catch you here with that low 2K.
Would have comboed into something more, but probably mistimed the scaling there into JD. Not going to convert the way they probably wanted it to. Using the grenade into the RC to just get some space. Middle could have hitboxed out. But Pale using some really good spacing here with these pool balls. The far slashes coming out. It's such a good move for Venom, right? It's so far.
Pale looking good here. I like that dash cancel 5K to get that ball to help your approach while also getting in on this Elphelt here. She's trying to be aggressive here. Mimi trying to close the distance with that run up throw. Not enough to kill. The OTG threatening here. Deflect shield catching the backdash.
BRC just fishing for that burst, but it might not work out. Oh, that's such a pixel help to work with. Anything can go wrong, and there goes 2P Master Mimi to close out that first game.
Man, massive respect there to Mimi for not falling for that one and holding on to that burst, realizing that your opponent was looking for it super hard. And I don't blame you, Pale. Had some cool setups there trying to bait that one out. Mimi not taking that bait, though. Able to finish that one off 1-0. With that being said, Pale definitely having some good tricks here. Mimi very aggressive with our approaches. It's sometimes just very confident run-up throws. Pale going to maybe preempt those kinds of options better here in these latter games. And we'll see if Mimi gets held down for it.
Let's take a look. We got the new stage, new scenery. I love this stage. It's so exciting. I was so happy, and I still am happy. When Strive got some more like tournament viable stages that weren't super laggy. This is just so nice. The blues, the greens. It's such a nice contrast to like Council of 3, right? It's all dark and red and gray.
Here we go. Pretty stuff, but it's still violence on the screen, man. Mimi going to get this vest applied, the hard knockdown, and this mix as well. Pale blocking out that overhead, or rather the startup of the Rekka, but it's going to be that throw mix catching you.
Using the extension from that vest to just get a super long block string and get the overhead to connect as well. That 50-50 so strong when Alpha gets to enforce it, and you can't really do much about it in that situation.
Caught here by that knockdown after the Rekka connection. Mimi building up some tension here. Going to get an OTG 2K. Oh my god! Okay, that was crazy right there. Pale going to spend that burst and try to get out of the corner. Does get the positive bonus for our trouble, but Mimi still approaching up on you.
Special Mimi's aggressive burst there to keep the corner, but Pale sound working. Or Alyssum. Excuse me. I made the same mistake you did now. I see where that came from. But there we go. Pale fighting out. Gets the wall break, no hard knockdown. Both players have 50 meters to work with.
There we go. Aggressive with these balls here. Mimi trying to cheat in with that lariat, but Pale not letting you do it for free. Blocks the cross up there. Oh my god! And goes for the reversal, but I think Mimi went for the JD.
Yeah, and gets fully punished for that option as well. The RC into the close touch, going to close it out. Mimi up 2-0 now. Looking very strong. Pale fighting back. It's just that's just the one thing with Venom is that he takes so many hits. You got to really put it together, hit after hit, mix up after mix up to really get a clean round off. His damage is not the best, to say the least. So when those mistakes happen, you pay it dearly, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're not gonna skate around it, guys. Venom, not the strongest character, but despite that, this is still this is not a game where there is that big of a gap between the best character and the worst character. Pale, of course, going to see what we can do on this Venom up against Mimi, who's been doing a very strong job of getting in with those projectiles regardless, especially here in the air, on the ground as well. We got to see what we can do here with that that dash block FD. Pale trying to check through this 2P back. The corner pressure looking strong. Mimi getting that burst from you.
Oh, there we go. 5H. Really good combo starter. Going to confirm with that Rilo Express into the best super. More mixes coming in. Throw gonna not combo. Explosion already happened, so Pale getting another chance. And the grenade reset. Throw gets teched, and that's a huge 2D to fight back. Forcing Mimi to burst when you're down is huge. At least kind of a bittersweet victory, but there goes the flex shield to force away that JD and punch the whip.
And
what a combo! That went on forever.
Yeah, that combo was fire. Putting ourselves in stinger kill percent. That's exactly how we finished off that round. So Mimi's still up 2-0, but Pale showed some sign of life. Getting that last round here, being active here with these stingers, especially that quick stinger. Catching Mimi here in the air. I love that juggle.
Yeah, Mimi's so aggressive here, but Pale just keeping every single jump, dash, approach option, just shutting it all down at once, and that's exactly where Venom shines at that keep-out game, and all of a sudden Mimi, with not even hitting a single mix-up that round, is already dead.
Nice stuff. I like how Pale on that round start there as well after that wall break just backed up. Was like, hey, I see Mimi's got some meter. I know Mimi wants to try to like play the round here. Let me just be patient, and of course was able to answer that bomb with our 6P. So Pale doing some crazy stuff here, just slowing down the map with our singers, with the 6Ps, trying to keep down this Elphelt. Mimi, of course, playing very strong when we're able to get in, but Pale did not let you in that game 3.
another game, another life for Mimi to come back here and finish out this set. Still has that 2-1 lead, so honestly, there's plenty of mistakes to make. But the more you make, the more pressure gets put on, as Pale Sound already forced to burst. Close Slash is really good here, can force a burst out back from Mimi, who decides to hold it.
As a catch with that 2D there. Oh, I love that air dash back to pull yourself away from that far slash. Pale taking some damage for that one. Mimi going to keep you here in the corner, just blocking it out, but you can't block forever. As Mimi is just resetting you back and forth. Pale taking some damage, does get a chance to spend that YRC, and then finally we're able to see this super here, this Robo-Kai backing you up. Mimi holding on to this burst.
Nice cross up. And again, just still, despite being on such low health, is able to hold on to this burst. We get the round, it would have been amazing, but unfortunately goes down to the 6P. Pale ready for that Bridal Express there, just shuts it down. But there you go, another 6P. Speaking of good 6Ps, Elphelt with a massive hitbox on hers. That big elbow goes quite far.
She's not scared to throw elbows. Mimi trying to be accurate with that 6P right there as well. I think it traded with Pale's 2K. I have to watch that one back, but the counter hits come out. Elphelt keeping here in the corner, reads that deflect shield with the throw. Pale taking damage here.
Yeah, wow. What a sequence. Gets the super off, and it is enough to kill Mimi on set point. Can we close it out right here?
Mimi's really good at using tension, especially when we're at 100 of it. Used so defensively earlier in this set, used it right there offensively to finish off the round. And these throws getting answered back by Pale going for a tech, but this time getting a back throw for our trouble.
But shields will just ignore the mix up there, but not going to be able to ignore that far slash. Really good starter for Mimi. JD, it's blocked. One more mix up. There goes the overhead. Another setup here. Dashes in, try to bait out a throw. Doesn't quite get it. He's sitting with the fireball, but then the charge Q5 from Pale. Going to reset with the RC. Nice deflections to avoid the mix up, but the ball is still on the screen.
Like this zoning we're doing the just box as well from Mimi, so we're trying to dance around these projectiles. It's not just holding W and praying, right? Mimi is trying to interact here with Pale, and there's this interaction. It's gonna be that wake up super, and this should be enough. No, it's okay. Yes, with the 100-meter, of course. Pale gonna be going down here as Mimi finishes off that set 3-1. Dude, whenever Mimi had 100 tension, something special was about to happen.
Something's got to happen. I mean, that's just what Elphelt. We're downtown to the canyon, Lars Canyon territory. The terachrome and Madchu are going out. We got more Asuka, and then we've got Bridget for the first time tonight.
See what we got. It's going to be that cross up to start. Oh my God, Madchu. Also shouts to Madchu from my local, by the way. This Asuka is gnarly. You're going to see some crazy stuff. I don't want to jinx you, but of course, Terachrome, very active Bridget in the community. I see them in every Guilty Gear Strive chat. And when they're playing, dude, this Bridget has some crazy mix. Going to try to approach there, but Madchu active with these cubes, keeping you back.
Here comes that Asuka offense, and we weather the storm. We're going to do that with the Roger Wheel. Return of the killing machine, just ripping through every projectile. I've seen this is a trend when I'm watching Asuka fight a character. They always have something that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat every single cube on the screen. That'd be pretty annoying to deal with. But there goes the mana shield and the hard knockdown. Really good advantage for Terachrome here.
Trying to be aggressive with that 5H, but Madchu calling it out with that 6P. Those Bridget players trying to use that far slash and that 5H. Those are some big normals, but 6P is a great answer. Great job with that 2K2D. Scooter Red RC from Terachrome to close it out. Now Madchu will be sitting here on this burst, and with some good cards here to start, potentially going to spend that burst to keep this Bridget off of you.
Oh, nice JP to eat through that entire, instead of the green cube there, the 3-piece combo and 8 up. But the J is going to not go through every single one of that red cube wave arpeggio. There goes the blue cube. Now we got the fast step on, so everything's going to guard crush and go insanely fast. This is when the block streams start getting absolutely ridiculous. Everything's wall bouncy, staggering. Oh my God, Terachrome just cannot move here.
Yeah, unfortunately not yet, at least, and especially with this hard knockdown match, you're going to try to lock you down. Now, I do see 2 teleports and a staff, not the, most, advancing cards here. Going to use that Roger Super to try to answer back what you can. Madchu only needs 1 straight hit. At this point, Chipp could be lethal. Oh my God, the whiff 2H. Madchu using that teleport to its advantage.
Yeah, going right around there. just punishing and cornering me. Madchu making a pretty good use of the hands as they come. Already on test case 3, sent up that has a teleport, low, got the arpeggio too. You can see the arpeggio coming on the air. Just take control of the neutral space really well, but out of mana, had to recharge with it. A little scary, almost dropped the combo for it, but made it work anyway. Get the cards back in, get the super back out, and terachrome all of a sudden one interaction away from losing his game.
Do here, Chrome gonna try to block it out here a bit. Gonna use that forward projectile to try to beat out this blue cube. You got 50 tension to try to cheat your way in with. It's gonna be that YRC. Great connection here, but Madchu getting that distance back, able to projectile you out and close out that round with a very decent HP lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Asuka always known for kind of ending his own life, if you will, with spending his HP to get the mana back. Had to do so a little bit here and there, but managed it just enough to where it wasn't in a situation where Madge should be in any real danger. And taking that first game pretty convincingly, terachrome gonna have to find a few more answers to these Qs. Has been able to break a few here and there, but hasn't been able to actually capitalize on most of these situations so far.
See what we can do here. Chrome blocking it out. Use that 5H, get things started at 236S to try to get that yo-yo and fight back into those cubes. Madchu going to get this staff out, has that time to do so, and crouching below, but you can't stand lest you block those cubes floating above your head. Madchu keeping you down in the corner, and the pressure is enough for the throw.
Yeah, just that cube is just locking you down. You can't really jump out, and obviously mashing is a little scary depending on what hitbox you throw out. So Madchu knowing that it's going to be passive, like, okay, let's take the free throw, get a reset, get some more spells and some mana, and get the kill. Madchu on fire right now.
Awesome stuff, man. This Asuka can definitely be a snowbally character at times. I love that 2H. Very confident answer. Of course, wanted to get that close slash link after. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it in time. Madchu going to take advantage of that one.
Nice 2H counter. This could be a huge combo starter for terachrome to chip away at that mana shield. Madchu not taking too much damage, and honestly, that worked out. You get some distance, but there goes the Roger Super just ripping through and breaking the wall for terachrome.
Nice blocks here from Madchu, but does get opened up eventually, and this time it's going to be with that mana shield break as well as terachrome finishes off this round with that 6H. Strong stuff there from this Bridget.
Round 3, both players at high octane, but not with the best spells. Just jumps in with the Screamer, but had to restock there because he didn't really have anything offensive to work with. terachrome going to jump out and force the burst from Madchu.
You got this tension, some interesting cards. We're using them to our ability. Here, try to get that wall bounce link after. Chrome still stuck in the corner regardless. These cubes holding you down. You got that burst to fight back with if you get that chance. Also that tension, but Madchu just fully locking you down.
Has the blocks not even ended? Has there been a gap? There we go, just bursting out. Doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Fair enough. Goes right into the low after the Scooter RC. Bit of a knuckleball there on the roll-in. Good block from Madchu. Cross-up block as well. Both players with really good defense so far. Hit him with the grab with cube. That'll be too much though.
In the corner here, getting frame trapped, so to speak, by that Scooter. It's going to be Tara. Awesome stuff using that yo-yo return to steal the corner.
That was a really nasty cross-up, but unfortunately it was not enough. Honestly, Madchu took advantage of that little cross-up just to get some extra wall pressure and got the little cube to anti-air on the jump out. Madchu staying calm, staying collected, and is now up 2-0.
Yes, Asuka is strong. What can I say? Shout out to the KM local. That's all the shilling I'll do. This Asuka, very powerful out here. Madchu doing some great stuff here against this Bridget. I think Tara's showing some signs of life, especially with that 236S. They'll try to combat some of those cubes. You saw like that frame trap Scooter earlier in that previous round. And when we're getting the knockdowns, you see the knuckleball coming out. You're seeing those setups. So terachrome definitely got some strong Bridget play.
Absolutely. Oh, but nice teleport to whip punish that 5H. Actually, but here we go, more cubes coming out as a result, getting that offense started. That test case 3 can just never end here. Here comes more cubes. There goes the tap dust. Holds on to the burst, but actually ate a wall break. Had enough time to restock a card and splat at the same time. Really good stuff from Madchu.
On that wake up, Madchu in a great spot to put ourselves on set point. But Chrome will have this burst here. We're saving for this moment. see what we can do to start it off. Madchu, was that a dash before the 6P? That was a really aggressive round start.
Crazy, but it worked out for terachrome here as you get the corner. 5H barely lifting. Madchu really wanted to call out these pokes with the 6P. He's seen it a couple times here so far. There goes another one, but terachrome just avoiding it and gets the whip punish. Here comes the Bridget mix. The low gonna connect this time. Goes overhead, double overhead into the low again. Madchu not sitting down at all. Holds the wire speed to get out, but gets locked right back into the corner. Really good stuff. Just keep the pressure going on and on and on. Here goes another 50-50 for you. There goes the double overhead gonna connect. Even more 50-50. The low gonna connect into another low, but blocks it, and we're finally out. No, we're not. Let's keep going. There's even more pressure. I can't stop.
Man, we're trying to make it stop out here. terachrome trying to force out the close of this round, but Madchu with some amazing defense is not having it. We got one more hit to finish it off, and it's going to be that JP. Madchu probably being aggressive on that roll. Maybe went for a 6P or 5P, but Terra was too quick and bringing us down to potentially the last round here. Madchu, of course, still on that set point, but terachrome showing some awesome play.
Dude has the gravity staff. This is going in. Gets some extra hits by launching terachrome up. He's forced to burst, and now you're going right back into that corner. Up you go. Even more fire cubes for you. Electric cube. Got 2 teleports to work with. Madchu going absolutely crazy with terachrome, finding the gap, running on in, and getting a throw.
Oh my god, the conversion off of JH there, rolling off of that was crazy. Terra doing some cool pickups as well. Madchu with very low mana, about 100 tension, is going to try to force their way in, but the YRC slows it down.
Yeah, Madchu stuck with no mana, and now you're going to pay the price. Has to burst, but it gets baited. terachrome all over that. A little too obvious there, unfortunately, for Madchu, as terachrome is now on the board, 1-2.
Yeah, great stuff there. Terra was able to take advantage of the low recovery of that last normal move to try to just hold down back a bit to see if Madchu was willing to spend that burst. And it does come out, and Terra is able to get that game. But about time, right? Like, you know, I mean, no bias, but it would have been a travesty if Madchu just 3-0'd right there with how well Terra's been playing on this Bridget. So I'm glad to see that we're at least getting a game on the board, if not showing you that, hey, if the things start to align, then I'm a threat, you know? So we're starting to come back. We gotta see what Madchu can do on this Asuka to try to stump this this comeback.
Here we go, game 4, already starting off with the throw. Madchu catches that landing from the empty jump in, and now the cubes are hot and ready, coming right out of the oven, but terachrome gonna burst out.
React with that 5P, but the counter hit gets answered back with Asuka burst. Crossing up, it does get blocked here, so good defense from Terra as Madchu goes to shuffle that hand.
Teleport into the throw again. A little bit of deja vu of the situation. Misses the tab just a little too far away, but the cube's kind of covering that option. 5H just gets stuffed right out. More the cross with the corner steal is nasty. 2S for the OTG. Madchu on set point.
There we go, Madchu with a good round start as well. There's that 2-3-6S. It can delete cubes if thrown at the right time. Madchu, despite that, is able to walk you up, get that staff applied, and Terra respecting these cubes because you have to, blocking it out, but gets answered with the cross-up.
5H, huge counter in here. It's enough to kill almost. terachrome has just a burst and a pixel of health to work with. But what are we going to use? FPing it out. Burst to beat out the gold burst. Couldn't punish it with the cubes, but finds the 2D, the bowling ball. Gonna close it out. Madchu with the 3 super soldier. I see that, Khalil. Anyways, we're seeing the Sin come out. Understandable. Sin has some really good buttons, like the 6B you just saw to come out 3 times in a row to start off the round. We'll see plenty more of that. Don't worry.
We'll see, man. Oh, it's gonna be that stamina cancel off that beak driver. Magician Girl was ready with that burst. She won't stay on this side of the screen, but Nanan. Okay, you can stay on this side, but I'm going to throw you for it a couple times to boot, and that mana shield going away. It's going to be that hoof stomp overhead. Nanan, oh my, I was about to say, could potentially kill here with the charged dust, and does so.
Wow. Every time, I know the mana shield was gone, but like, oh, it hurts so much to see my health just go away so fast. Yeah, as I was saying, Sin is an especially good character to choose to go into Asuka because he just has so many buttons that not only go far, but cancel into approaching things. So, for example, we saw Beak Driver with Beak Driver follow-up, we'll see Bar Slash, we'll see 6P, Out Hunt, so many things that can just beat the two-step plan of breaking a cube and then approaching after. But a good defense so far from Nanan on a bit of help. The Magician Girl has gotten some offense going, but Nanan now has the corner.
Yeah, and the pressure as well, not just the corner. Frame trap, Tyrant, Barrel, Nanan feeling pretty confident there. Magician Girl not getting too big of a punish, but does get herself out of the corner and catches backdash with the cross-up. Great timing on that answer as Magician Girl takes you out, evens up the rounds.
We're going around 3 now, and then with burst. Magician Girl without. Magician Girl gets the first hit, that's going to be huge to build up some resources as well. Streamers coming out, just forcing the block strings over and over again. So many guard crushes on top of it. Here comes the reshuffle going into test case 3 now. Here comes Arpeggio. Got the Qs, got the overhead going to connect. 6H, she's going to Rubik's Cube. So much extra time to spend. And Sudi going to clip and get the wall splat.
Gotta see what, oh my god, Super Soldier, so aggressive with those 6Ps, trying to Beak Driver you as well, very active after connecting with those cubes. The burst gets spent, the 6P active from Magician Girl as well. Raw overhead finally does get opened up here. Magician Girl is going to lose that mana shield. Super Soldier in an amazing spot with his hard knockdown.
A lot of damage as well. No mana needs Magician Girl. No one to defend properly, but has to build up the mana somehow. Just tries to use the super to just get some extra space, but it is not safe to that DP on reaction from Honduran Super Soldier, who goes up 1-0 now off of that play.
That was an awesome play right there, man. That's the play where when you lose to that, bro, you were shaking your head, man. I don't know. Or I'll speak for myself. I'm like, no way. But you know Honduran Super Soldier, she takes those. We're going to game 2. We'll see what we got.
And now we have the actual proper Start GG Honduran Super Soldier. We had to sacrifice the sponsor tag, unfortunately. But I think we'll take it. I think we'll take it. Super Soldier. I didn't even get the O.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I don't know if that one was intentional. I don't know, maybe we'll silently fix that one. But here we go, strong stuff right now. Magician Girl trying to 6P out of this corner right now. Great stuff. Honduran Super Soldier going to be bounced around a bit. We're trying to get the optimal cards we can.
Yeah, Magician Girl with the color switch as well. Maybe a mod on the PT, busting out the custom. Who knows, but it's working out so far. Lots of cube hitting, has the teleports, has the auto reshuffle with the teleport and the double cross up, walked under there for a second to get to the same side once more and catching that air dash out with the cubes. Magician Girl looking a lot better so far in this game number 2.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna be able to catch you here. That overhead ball does get blocked out. Super Soldier going to be able to answer out a lot of those cubes here. Yeah, you're taking that chip, but you are getting rid of that resource. Magician Girl only having 1 card to her name. I like what you're doing there with being preempted with the 2D to try to check Super Soldier's approach, but it's going to be that Link 2K combo. Great stuff here on the Sin to send you through the wall.
Absolutely tired barrel for the hard knockdown as well. 5K. Oh, that's a frame kill to get that throw, sneaking that in, and there goes the mana shield. And are you dead? Yeah, absolutely. See ya.
Ooh. Deleted, man. Super Soldier gonna get you with that sweet spot. Trying to be aggressive here with that the raw spend there on the stamina. Magician Girl being very preemptive here with those normals, especially 2D. I think it's working out here against this Sin here, who's being preemptive about those buttons that you can stamina cancel into against the cubes. Magician Girl getting a lot of mileage off just 2D special cancel.
Yeah, just another projectile you can throw out that just covers the ground, will stuff out Elphelt. Honduran Super Soldier has to jump over them, but that's where all the other cubes come in as just a lingering threat for that airspace. There goes the burst from Honduran Super Soldier. Wants that extra opportunity to get the Elphelt and finds it, just sneaks on under those fire cubes, but not under the 2D. There we go, coming right back into that play. There goes the tap dust. Should be enough to kill the right combo. But one more interaction just baits out the DP. Keep it nice and simple. Magician Girl ties it up.
That patience at the end, the a.b.a. that DP was awesome, and great routing there from Magician Girl. The 5K routing always looks so cool in that character, and she's going to be able to get herself a game here on the board. And you kind of called it out there, J7. You hit it right on the money, right? The moment we stopped doing that 2D, you saw that Honduran Super Soldier was able to get that low in, right? So it's that RPS of being preemptive as hell with that 2D, ready to check the air with the projectiles. We'll see who makes the next move here in this matchup.
Yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle of lanes. It's like which lane is each person going to cover, and whoever gets the right one more is going to win. And Magician Girl already off to a great start, forcing out the burst early is an amazing thing to do against Sin, a character who relies quite a bit on Wild Assault for some combo extensions. Now that option is pretty much gone, and there goes the burst from Magician Girl, but fortunately it's to get the side swap, but there goes all the stamina from Enduring Super Soldier to get out of that situation.
Trying to link after with these cubes here. The 5D is going to be the mix. Super Soldier, she's going to live, and we will have a decent amount of stamina here to fight back out with. In fact, both players pretty evened up here, but that 5D Red RC still not enough to kill, but Magician Girl in the great spot.
Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. I will not mention what, you can look in there yourself. Okay.
Twitch chat wildin'.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But here we go, Magician Girl. Nice combo. And the cubes again, the hard not gonna keep, but another 6D. It just reaches so far, that flagpole going the entire length of the screen to just cover a special cancel that usually will be safe against most of the casts.
Oh, trying to be aggressive with that air dash. Magician Girl being preemptive with her projectiles. Able to keep the Super Soldier down. There's that 6-piece special cancel, but Magician Girl able to follow up, checking those lanes. Sometimes multiple at once. Yeah, what do you do when you let all the lanes are being checked? You know, sometimes you just gotta hold it.
Yeah, absolutely going for the strike. I think it's Wee Bowling. Here we go. Into the cross-up. Good block. Slow 6K overhead block as well. There goes the 2D low. Wild Assault to confirm the hit. Do we have enough to kill? No, the book is not enough. You can't kill him, Dan. It doesn't read. But there goes the JK. Nice little tap of the cloak to seal it out. Magician Girl takes the lead, 2-1.
Nice stuff there, Magician Girl, with some great Asuka play, man. I mean, you can't just be good with the cubes. You can't just be tricky with the teleports. You can't just manage the resources. You have to do all of those things, and then you also got to be good with those normals. And I think Magician Girl doing a great job being preemptive with those 2Ds, always being able to link off those 5Ks and combos, never dropping those very often. We're mixing up that 6H as well into our pressure. She's doing some good stuff here on the Asuka.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always impressed by Asuka players. I remember when he first came out, and that was the only time I tried to play him, and I was just like lost. Like, I can't do all that. My brain cannot keep up with all those things at once. When I'm playing Asuka, I'm literally looking at, like, my deck and nothing else. Like, my opponent can be doing whatever they want to do. I'm not paying attention. I'm focusing on what I want to throw out at any given time. But speaking of which, Magician Girl kind of locked out of everything that possibly can be thrown out of mana, out of spells. I'm doing Super Soldier with the pressure in the corner, but a nice match to get out.
I like how that whiff 2D was almost like a bait, right? Magician Girl was able to recover and then 6P Super Soldier for trying to take that space afterwards. Nice stuff. We're trying to get some varied cards here, keeping back this Sin, but that stamina's high despite the tension being low. So looking for that special cancel. Super Soldier doesn't get it here. She does have that burst. This is a weird combo, man. She does auto-spend it. Oh!
Right into my loving arms, teleported straight into the beach driver. Unsure of how purposeful that was, but it's going to work out for Enduring Super Soldier, who's kind of bursted his next round, but has the round lead. Magician Girl backing up, getting some more cubes out, switching the test case maybe. Actually, now he's only stuck with the Screamer. Yeah, got to reload something. Finds the blue cube, finds the low. Enduring Super Soldier spacing out well, but eventually he's going to get caught out.
Okay. Oh, wow, I love the air assault with the JD fully charging it right there. Magician Girl spends that burst, but the BRC air momentum right there from Super Soldier catches this. Asuka sends it through.
The jump scare air dash, I like to call it, using Magician Girl with no mana to work with, finds the 2D and gets the mana back. Spent some health for it, but that's what you got to do in that situation when you're almost completely out of any resource. Misses the restand with the freeze. Now has another opportunity for Enduring Super Soldier, spends it to ride the lightning. He's through all of it, but yet you can't. The burst though does not connect. So now you spend the meter and for no dice as Magician Girl sneaks out the back throw and steals that round just barely.
Unfortunate stuff right there, but hey, you know what? You take those, we move on. Magician Girl sitting on set point right now, doing a great job. She's got her back to the wall, but trying to manage that mana while keeping the tension as high as you can. HP still looking good, of course. Super Soldier not getting any licks in quite yet, but we are in that kill zone. We are in your face. This Sim just needs to get the hit.
Spacing out the 2D, but the Fox is going to get caught by that water cube. And here comes the test case 3 nonsense cube. Gravity cubes left to right, blocked both ways. Really good job there. Unsure if it was a cross of safe thing, but the Elphelt's going to go under. He's in that gazelle step, but spent all the stamina and good burst for Magician Girl, because now Honduran Super Soldier has to overextend to get any sort of combo, but nice teleport RC to sneak in a throw there.
Super Soldier using that BRC. This time it's going to be the slow BRC. Magician Girl manages to get out of that corner. Sin locked down. The 6H connects. Not a massive follow-up, but the Sin is locked down as we pick out the perfect cards.
Oh, the JD air stall again. Honduran Super Soldier using that to the best of her ability, and now we've got our first Game 5 of our top 8, and probably not the last with how high the caliber these players are going at right now.
It really felt like Super Soldier's neurons aligned with like how powerful JD was is against Magician Girl specifically or something. I don't know, but like just a little bit of extra air stall and that full charge JD has been enough to call out a lot of these anti-air attempts. Of course, Magician Girl, sets up those lanes like JSav called out, as you've seen her be very preemptive with that 6P. So Super Soldier doing everything she can to try to mix you up for that, to punish you for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, more of that same RPS. This time the green cubes are up, down, and middle, covering all those lanes at once, stopping that Elphelt. And now we've got that little reset, Magician Girl, when you get that right deck going, the offense will never stop. Here we go, the Reaver Speed overhead block into the Fire Cube, into Electric Cube, catches the backdash, more combos coming through.
These cubes coming out. Oh my god, that air throw was insane. Holy moly, the tech, I mean, as Honduran Super Soldier catches you with the frame trap, and Magician Girl spends the burst.
Full slash, Magician Girl not biting. Oh, the JH, not enough to catch that air dash BRC. Outcome to go under, but no dice. They're touching each other here and there, little tickles, but it's not enough to get any actual damage. But there goes the zap to launch Honduran Super Soldier into the air. And now Magician Girl is on set point here, but with a weird hand, has 2 deck refills and 2 things after.
What did we say about that pile shuffling, Magician Girl? What did we say? You got to get those dupes away from each other. Looks like we're going to do exactly that as we try to pick the perfect hand, but Super Soldier finds the low.
Full combo with the DP section, spent all the stamina for it. So despite the positive bonus, has to wait a little bit for damage to really kick in. Elphelt RC and catches the... Oh, that is so much damage. You are dead. Doesn't even need the 100-meter cash out to kill here. And we've got a last game, last round. Who wants it more?
See right now, it's going to be that early stamina cancel. It gets preempted by Magician Girl, and then the burst baited right after as well. Super Soldier walked to the corner, head down with this 6P. Great defense, but this Asuka is trying to get set up. Finally catches you with that overhead, enough for the reset. Super Soldier taking a lot of damage here and there.
Attack. Backing up with this swooping right back in. Has another teleport to work with. Are we going to see it come out? 6H. Cubes coming out. 2D. More cubes. Counter on the far slash into the tap dust, which did not combo, but I don't think Nanan was too happy about that. The Honduran Super Soldier.
My mind immediately goes to how does Spin interact with the ice floor. Of course, Spin interacting with the projectiles could potentially be pretty good here, especially some of those very active far slashes and potentially the spike. So we'll have to see how that all pays out. Maybe Astral knows what we don't. But Connorlink, of course, showed a very confident Dizzy earlier. We'll have to see if, they did well in the mirror. They did well against their opponent's follow-up character. We'll see how they do here in the Anji starting off in this top 8 of Losers Round 1.
You mentioned the interaction in this matchup. There are quite a lot of funny ones, especially when Ice Floor comes out, if we might see right now. Yeah, see what happens. Watch the spin. It goes nowhere. It's really oh, but drop the combo with the hard knockdown. Honestly, going both ways just helps out Astral. They're just gonna take the hard knockdown, not gonna overextend the combo drop. But nice backdash on the ring, the punish as well. But there goes the parry out of nowhere from Astral.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I guess the same logic as Baiken parry, right? Like, send it early, get your opponent thinking about it, except in this case, it costs 50 tension. Connor going to send your own reversal right back, trying to be aggressive with that hop with the ice floor being in the air here, but Astral going to go with that 6-speed counter hit. Connor does have this burst here. We'll have to see if we even need to spend it. Tries to bait it with that PRC.
Connorlink to survive after that Nagi misses the tap just barely, but somehow that turned into a spacing trap because the 2K didn't go far enough, and Astral's giant 2P that Anji has just goes right past him.
Got this dizzy here in the corner. Connor blocking out that Nagi but the delay cancel PRC catches Connor trying to take our turn back. He's going to catch you with that. Oh my god, dude. Connor just trying to get out of this corner, but Astral catching with throws, catching you with these jump setups after. Yeah, dude, that's an Anji round. That's a perfect. You just take that and you go next, man.
Anji can really mess you up sometimes, like really bad. Like it just feels the loop of just the pressure, especially with the Rin. With it being not being able to like no combo starter, just a hard knock. It makes it honestly sometimes more scary because it's just building up such a strong conditioning factor for the more safe move to now launch you. It's so spooky when it all adds up into the mental stack. You don't know where to go, and then the throw gets you. Oh man, what's even the right choice here? But there we go, nice 2D from Connorlink to start off this game too. And yeah, there goes the 50 million active frames of Ice Spike now.
Yeah, trying to use it to keep that Anji back. It looked like Astral is probably trying to go for a hop there to close the distance, but Connor being aggressive with that spike was able to get this wall super follow-up as well. The wings applied, parrying through the ice spike, but was able to block it out and get the punish after. Great heads-up play there from Connorlink.
Really good stuff. Really spacing on that ice spike was not enough for Astral to go all the way through with the parry. Nice 5H. Getting a free mix up here. Keeps it calm with the stagger. Nice 2D to go under the 6P. Huge damage opportunity. Forcing the burst out from Astral to avoid that Rings of Light combo that was absolutely on the way.
Nice throw. Oh, we got a punish here too. Astral trying to be aggressive here with this approach, but Connor just going to throw you back and try to walk you down to this corner, especially with that wings. But yeah, you try to stagger pressure your opponent when you have wings up, but this Anji can just spin right through. Does catch it with some projectiles, but Astral with a wake up 6P, very aggressive wake up to put this dizzy in the corner.
Oh, really good super getting an RC combo as well. Oh. I mean, it worked. We got the damage out. Fish is on deck as well as it whip punishes the 2P. That's the funny thing about that dizzy fish. It'll reel back just a little bit before it actually attacks, and that will catch people lagging so bad because they'll try to put out a little mash button just to get rid of it, and then just whoop. It would punish by projectile. Has ever happened? It's crazy.
Yeah, the projectile has its own low crush built in or something, or its own move crush, whatever you want to call it, but. Exactly, that little sway. It's like a DJ sway on the projectiles on the pitch. We're getting mixed up out here. But here we go. Game 3, guys. Both players showing a high degree of competency. We're trying to get through this top 8 bracket as Connor baits out that burst, has the wings applied, walks this Anji down the screen.
Nice ice spike again. Those wings are about to pop. Yep, there they go. It's so much damage here in the counter off the meaty charge 6H. That is a dizzy round. We saw the Anji round, and that is a dizzy round. We get a nice hit, hard knockdown. The wings go all the way through. Round over. See ya. But now Astral getting a round of her own started with this Anji pressure. But nice smash. The backdash 2D from Connorlink.
Astral trying to be aggressive here. Does get that Nagi pickup here. Connor does have a burst. Opts to hold on to it, though, as Astral's building up that tension. Gonna get a couple knockdowns here in the corner. These goes for 1, but the next gap gets answered by reversal. Connor still low HP here, but fighting out of this corner, getting that floor glide. Nice 6P from the Anji, and an early overdrive cancel is gonna seal this round.
Very good kill for Astral there. Going into round 3, Connorlink has the burst advantage, and that is a massive way to keep that advantage with the 5H to connect. Goes to the left, right. Astral with a good block, but now wings are about halfway through, a little more than halfway through now. They're popping, gotta run up and get that damage, but Astral ready for it.
Trying to be aggressive with that projectile. Yeah, the threat of the projectile is enough just to get a throw sometimes as well. It's like Gold Lewis droning home. You know, Connorlink making the best of this kit. Tries to get that wing out, but Astral being able to wake up and fight back. Catches you with that delayed PRC, but this time Connor blocks it out and gets a punish.
Nice spacing on that 2D as well to go around the far slash for the spin from Astral to keep the pressure going. Tap dust. Connorlink was all over that. Stood up before it even came out. But the counter from Astral is not enough as the super connects and hits out that 2P with the RC. No, just holds the meter. But there goes the freeze. What?
Can't say anything either, J-Sav. I'm just holding my breath.
What? Infinite ice spikes into the throw on the land. Okay, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. That's all I could say.
Great stuff. Hey, we've all lost that round, man. You get your zoner opponent down to a pixel, and then they just Toho you for 20 seconds, and then you lose. You know, we've all been there, so no shame in that. Connorlink did a great job of putting up those active projectiles to keep Astral down and didn't let that Anji play the game when all we needed was to play it for a moment to get that hit to close it out. Connor didn't let you, so up 2-1 as we're moving into our potentially the last game if Connor can keep this up, but Astral, reminder, was playing a different character earlier, so we'll see if a swap is in her future. Yeah, it looks like we are pulling out that Elphelt.
There it is. Elphelt, a character who's a lot faster. Like where Anji makes up for the speed and just being able to parry through stuff, has to spin. Dizzy has the tools to make parry, or make, I guess, spin parry not as threatening as it would be for other matchups. Where Elphelt, it's like, I don't care, I'm just going to pull up. What are you going to do about it? And just like that, already forced to burst, but there we go, Connorlink countering that Bridal Express with the Fire Knight.
Yeah, trying to get that wings established. Just to thread the projectile, the threat of the wings is enough to have Astral holding down back, and the throws are just unblockable at that point. I love that aggressive projectile to get out of the corner, though.
Nice fireball chase the back dash a little bit too. There goes a shotgun hard knockdown, but a throw from Connorlink. Astral trying to walk back a little, maybe Beta throw out, or Beta super wire, see something. But Connorlink getting aggressive, and it pays off already on set point.
And awesome stuff there. Yeah, Astral gonna try to get this Elphelt a good showing here. Was very strong on this character earlier in the latter portion, and very strong now, I gotta say. But Connor just doing some great stuff on this Dizzy to keep you down. That being said, Astral going to steal the corner here, building up this tension, building up the damage dealt as well as Connor is trying to stabilize a bit.
Find out coming out. There was a gunshot fireball. Ooh, a very sneaky mix up there with the bomb. There was a throw. Oh, the parry, not the throw tech, excuse me. What is a throw parry? That's not a thing. There goes the pea fish, breaks it with the gun. Using the fireball to just get through all these fishes, but runs right into Dizzy's loving arm. Into the restand with the freeze, gets a wall splat, goes for the slump. No, just goes straight to the super. You're 50 meters, you're resetting the wings. If you have to stick to this situation with a hard knockdown, then honestly, this could be the end of the set right here.
Gold Burst comes out, it eats the wings. It was wild. Oh, gets you the positive bonus. Tries to go for that fast PRC, but Connor gets the 6P to answer that lariat. Also has the burst as well, but the hard call out on the air throw when Astral tried to send that 2-3-60. Great.
Here we go.
Kensei v Wild trying to be active there with that 5H on the round start. The burst comes out, but Kensei gets that next hit. So now Wild not going to have that defensive mechanic. Going to have to make sure we don't get clipped here by those active far slashes from Kensei. We're going back to full screen. I love the 6P on the dog dart. Great stuff there, Kensei.
Nice catch from the back. That's the far slash as well. Full combo for that as well. Goes straight to the Sacred Edge. Shock set applied. Hard knockdown acquired. Positive bonus online. So many good things. And there goes the wire seed bait to be the cherry on top. Kensei with the perfect round one.
Some stuff right there. And not the fastest perfect either. It's one of those slower perfects, you know, which is like, it always feels really good when you get those slower perfects. But Wild answering right back though. Oh, baiting out that the backdash. Doesn't get the massive punish, but does get the next hit after. Looking pretty good here. Kensei does have a burst, but at this point, Wild's got a pretty sizable lead.
Here we go. Wild has some meter to work. He goes for the backdash BRC. Messed it up a little bit, so he uses a little bit of a pressure extender slash extra whip punish tool on the minus frames there. But Wild makes up for it with that anti-air. Going to combo into the super to even out the rounds one apiece.
I love that confirmation of the hit there. Wild very patiently, or confidently, I should say, finishing off that last combo to even up the rounds. Kensei trying to frame trap you with that Wild Assault, which does give up your turn nowadays. Wild going to try to get that cross up. Great IBFD from Kensei and gets the punish after, or not the exact punish, you know what I mean. Gets the next hit after Wild being sent through. It's not looking good.
The nice throw from Wild. Here we go. Nice close touch as well. Kensei get a little antsy on defense. There's the 2S. Both players near 100 meter or at 100. There goes 50 from Kensei to after revert off that air. Normal there. It's another confirm. RC again. Is it enough to kill? Absolutely not. 5K whoops as well. So now you're out of that meter while Wild still has 100 to work with. That will take one hit to kill here.
Oh, the cross-up does connect. Wild trying to chase down Kensei here. Only needs one more hit, but the far slash from Wild and the 50 tension, this will be enough. The 5D is going to line up this wall spot, but the 5K doesn't connect.
Oh no, really try to be optimal with a combo, but it might cost you the game. Either player needs one poke, and it's going to be Wild to get it with the far slash. Wild taking game one. Very close game.
Whew. Oh my god, both of them wanted that one a lot. Holy moly. Yeah, very close one indeed. Kensei definitely showing some strong stuff there. Wild as well. I mean, definitely the way that first round started, Kensei getting that perfect. Holy moly. I mean, Kensei definitely could walk away with a couple of strong wins back to back to back unless Wild keeps up that strong play that we saw in this last game.
Yeah, coming in very plus, especially being late with the shock still applied. But backing up as Wild, he finally manages to sneak out. Kensei, unrelenting, finds the sacred edge, hard knockdown, really good advantage. Did we keep it up once more? Into the RC, into the HDP again. Gonna kill Kensei, making the most out of each and every hit he found that round.
Nice stuff there, Kensei. And Wild trying to fish for some of those far slashes here. And remember earlier in the bracket, I was giving Wild a lot of compliments there for that, like super patience, waiting for that dash far slash, like we were pulling the trigger on a gun, you know. We're waiting, lining up the shot, you know. Right now, Kensei getting out of that corner with that stun dipper, taking advantage of Wild here, getting this throw, getting that shock stay applied. The 5D does get blocked, but the red OC keeps your pressure up.
Yeah, nice close slash counter it as well. Wild Assault to confirm the hit. Some extra damage with the 8 Vapor Thrust is not enough. Wild with 100 to work with as well can happen. RC to make sure that Marshall goes punished. Jumps in with the J and a counter it. Close slash. This is a big opportunity to come back here. Resets with the H Spiral Arrow. Very scary. Kensei had some opportunities to DP, chooses not to though. Fair enough. Gets hit by a DP to anti-air, but now Wild's out of meter. Can't make anything happen and gets caught by the JS. Kensei ties it up 1-1.
I love that bit of keep away that Kensei was doing at the very end. It felt like very like anime fighter coded, like just air dashing away and throwing out jump normals, trying to just like fish to try to get that last hit. And that's how we ended up winning that last round against Wild. Now Wild, when we were, when Kensei was getting too close, Wild was all of a sudden threatening a comeback there. So we kind of had to play that keep away there to secure that last game and make sure that we get that point here on the board, because we've been playing perfect. We just need to get that score. So good stuff here. Kensei got your opponent in the corner already.
Oh, spending the Wall Assault, but not to really any end here. In the corner. Turn is over after that decision. Backdash VRC making it work this time, but Kensei stayed still, but there goes the counter hit. Big damage with that wrist buildup.
Kensei does have almost their attention here, spending some on FD to try to be defensive here against Wild, linking off that 5P. Great anti-air here from Wild, just going to finish off this round. So much tension. World is your oyster. able to confirm that hit with just a red RC close slash. Wild in a great spot here in this game 3.
Big 2D. Nice poke to get some advantage in the screen positioning. But Kensei just slowly far slashing his way out, making it happen, and steals the corner with that I back JS, but misses the combo after. Wild with another chance of life, gets it with that far slash, but misses the combo again. Both players not really on their P's and Q's right now, but Kensei, really good hit. Gonna use the red RC to make that confirm. Nice and simple and powerful with the not hard knockdown, but the shock state applied with this direct block.
Nice stuff. Wild, even with that shock state applied, was still pulling up on you, ready to put out some of those throws here. Kensei does find the gap, pulls out that DP, and that red RC dire class is going to be enough to close out that round. Wild going to be, both players rather, are going to be getting their bursts here, as we're basically completely even across the entire board. Kensei going to be the one to start with the frame trap Wild assault.
Yeah, very bold option to extend, because without the hit, the pressure is over and you lose half your burst, but Kensei really take that risk, and it pays off plentifully here as we get the wall break with the positive bonus, getting that burst back as well. While in the back, but having something happen, goes in with the far slash.
Keep your opponent off you. Oh my god, I love how we're using 5K and 2P and stuff. Kensei using these very high recovery, low recovery buttons to bait out bursts. Wild. Going to be going down. Here's oh my god, the commentator cursed it as Wild dodges that RTL. The burst does connect from Kensei and does counter hit confirm that air normal into a kill there. Whew. Okay, swag finish there from Kensei, but Wild almost took that one from you.
That was scary. Got to deal with 100-meter Geo if you combo. Almost, depending on how that punish went, that could. But thankfully, Kensei gets away with it a little bit and is now up 2-1. Wild definitely not out of it just yet. Has been fighting back each and every round.
Duel 1.
Just can we close it out?
See here, getting these counter hits. Wild pulling that trigger, but Kensei being preemptive, trying to deflect the bullet, so to speak. Wild getting some pressure established. Kensei just trying to buy the space with this FD so we can start pressing buttons like that. Far slash. Oh my god, that correction into a counter hit. Kensei in a great spot.
Slow after the shooter arc. Use that shock stick to scare. Mullins is sitting still with the plus strings. Kensei looking very clean right now. Only one round away from taking away the set.
Be active there on the round start with that 5H. Kensei using that Wild Assault to try to convert into a wall break. Unfortunate drop, but at least got some damage here. Not the end of the world, as you do get another interaction and another drop. At least you got the DP, bro. We are chipping away at this Giovanna. Kensei threatening set point on this next interaction.
Just dropped one too many combos while giving one too many chances. Gives them their chance with the corner. Purple RC to get around that throw whiff there. Made it happen with the wall break. Now it's a positive bonus. Hits the spiral arrow, nothing much from it though.
Kensei being careful here in the corner. Does spend the burst on Wild's connection, but after that burst spend, Wild just holding that W key. Gets another counter hit. Evens up the round. Still set point for Kensei, but Wild feeling good about this burst advantage.
Absolutely. He was able to make a mistake while Kensei did not at this point. Just backs up, understands that playing it safe. Wild taking the time. He needs to get that hit, but Kensei gets it first. Nice hit, looking for the burst. Wild not giving it, but Kensei just going to understand and just take the damage.
Wild in a good spot resource-wise, but that HP, of course, getting so low as Kensei with that 5D red RC trying to play around that burst, but Wild does thread the needle. One more hit to take it as we're jumping in. Kensei trying to threaten with that 5P with the far slash. YRC to slow it down even further, but the dog dart does give us an in to connect.
Jumping, getting aggressive is Wild as he jumps over the fireball to get some kind of damage going. The health is so hard to overcome here. PRC's around, but he's caught by the elbow. The people's the 6P gonna close out the set and move Kensei to winner's.
You know, we're gonna be fighting in the backyard. Call it Father's Day. Happyrio and Tonsqi definitely want to get a round start out here. Happyrio going to get that burst away from Tonsqi, who's been very strong in this bracket. Definitely, I think, was our leader in terms of our score today. Tonsqi our highest seed and definitely looking strong.
Absolutely. Nothing like the father-son fade to kick off the evening. 2K6H into the current barrel, though, from Happyrio. Nice counter, it confirmed. Goes straight to the hard knockdown. There's a lot of advantage here. JS going to connect, but not into anything after. Didn't really combo into the close slash. BRC for some extra pressure. Finds the air. They're really good reaction to that air dash.
Just blocks come out. Tonsqi trying to stay alive on this side of the wall here. Air dashing around, flicking that FD. Trying to dash block here against Happyrio, who does get that raw beak driver. Guys, real quick shouts to GER for that raid on the stream. Thank you for that raid, homie. If you guys don't mind shooting GR a follow as well. They host brackets, they host Guilty Gear Strive, they're in the scene, and they deserve your support, so.
Nice counter hit to EP. It's a TB. I don't know what tech that is, but here we go. I know Ride the Lightning RTL coming out from Tonsqi. Gets right into that wall break after Happyrio almost got some pressure. There was a delayed JD again, but Happyrio not falling for it, but air throw. DP from Happyrio. Up there on the side of Tonsqi, holds it though, but gets caught by the overhead.
Great stuff here. Gets that full charge dust for the most damage you can get. Tonsqi in a great spot meter-wise though, and a very aggressive run-up 6P is going to be the answer. Happyrio going to be going down here with that red RC.
Last round here. 2S5H Fireball from Tonsqi. Beat driver from Happyrio. Both players just feeling each other out with the push, but there goes the Elphelt catching the walk back, but a DP immediately from Tonsqi. Doesn't want to hold anything. Bursting out of the 5H.
Oh man, that Sin. Just trying to give your son a hug, but Sin doesn't want none of it. Gonna try to DP to put your father here in the corner, man. And already putting up that full charge dust. Oh my lord.
Nice 6P to counter out that JS. Plus on the Fuder arc. A little bit late 5P. Catches the air throw. Another JD. The 2S going to connect, but no combo. But converts the 2K 6P into the Ride the Lightning. What a combo there to fix up that one mistake. It's a hard knockdown this time. Goes straight for the close slash. Oh, what a close slash. Dragging Tonsqi down, forcing the burst on now Happyrio with the advantage here in the situation, and is going to take full effect of it with the Wild Assault to finish off the game one. Happyrio in the lead.
One game, by the way. That was a very close first game right there. Rio with the GG and less Johnny. Bro, it's season 4, man. We got to update that. We got to update that win quote. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, awesome stuff there. That was a very close last game from both those players. Tonsqi showing some very active play. Happyrio was able to finish it off with some of those strong stamina cancels. Also very wise at finding all those DP spots as well. Not really getting our DPs baited. Always finding those gaps though to get out.
Timeout, Jeek. Just in. Tonsqi 13 playing this.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, according to Casper, that's crazy.
Oh, wow. That actually is insane, man. I would say the Zoomer buff, but that's like a whole nother category of...
no, that's a whole generation under Zoomer.
That's like 2 generations under. I mean, that being said, Tonsqi out here saying, hey, I don't care, I don't care who you are, I don't care what your age is. If you're on the screen, I'm going to have a good game. We're going to fight it out. And right now, taking out Happyrio, I mean, Happyrio, I would say, is one, a younger blood in the scene, but 13, bro, you ain't beating that.
If it's true. I'm not sure how true
If it's true.
But I believe you, Casper. I put full faith in you, alright? If I'm wrong, it's your fault. Nice combo from Happyrio, spending all the stamina, but getting half the health away from Tonsqi as a result.
Nice stuff. Tonsqi blocking it out here. Using those just blocks. Good defense. But the overhead does connect. Not a big punish, or rather follow-up there from Rio. So Tonsqi did have a chance to fight back out, but Rio found that spot, found that sweet spot. Tyrant Barrel. Tonsqi on just a little bit of HP here. Does get a throw.
Again, the JD, but Happyrio staying still, not really falling for it. Whoa, what a way to punish the DP there, just jumping up with the JS. Not the best combo, but still. Good punish, gets a throw, keeping it nice and simple with the 2K stagger, but not enough to get the kill. Happyrio with the advantage in terms of meter. Runs it for the BRC. Spends another for the PRC and gets the close dash, but not enough to kill again. The close dash combo into the hook stomp, but the JH sniping the headshot out of nowhere to bring us to another round 3.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff. That means Rio's in a great spot here with that burst advantage. But I mean, leads go away quickly in this game, and you also get them back quickly. So we'll see what happens out here. Rio spends that burst to put Tonsqi in the corner and gets this follow-up combo. In fact, going to send you through, low on the stamina, but you got that positive bonus to back you up.
Absolutely. Eventually, that will all add up together. But for now, Tonsqi gonna slowly find some way out with the BRCs and the PRCs, but they're not enough to get past that hook stomp wall bounce as Happyrio goes up 2-0.
Nice stuff out here. Tonsqi trying to get out of that corner there with that 2P. I like Tonsqi's defense in general. We've seen a lot of IBFD against this Sin, which you kind of have to do. I mean, Sin, patches ago was a very dominant character at times. Some of the best players in the world were piloting this character, are still piloting this character. So you really had to learn your defense if you were going to be trying to fight him, whether you were in the offline brackets or whether you were just trying to grind some ranks. So Tonsqi definitely has some good defense against this character. We just need to get some points here on the board.
All right, Tonsqi in on the right track for a comeback here, forcing a burst gone from Happyrio already, who goes for the DP, not afraid to send that out still. But nice confirmed 2S5H Sacred Edge. Good hard knockdown as well. Can get that 6 jab 5K in and applies the pressure with the throw. Here comes the H fireball. Little delay JS, but Happyrio with a good defense, but gets caught by yet another air throw.
Awesome air throws there from Tonsqi. Having that burst advantage as well. Doesn't even need to use that mechanic quite yet. Clipping you with that 2S. Of course, I think that was one of the most recent changes, right? Of course, that 2S getting changed for Kai. Tonsqi looking good here.
Absolutely. BRC, just to analyze the situation a little bit, just runs under the jump, keeps it, they want to overcommit, but there goes the Elphelt. Good starter with that 2K, 5K conversion. Tyrant barrel into the wall. Half the health gone.
We got burst on each side as well. Trying to play around with no stamina here and no immediate Roman cancel. We have to build up a tiny bit more attention here. Happyrio's got to decide between that or the FD, as Tonsqi's going to use that PRC to chase you down and get the anti-air close slash. Answered by the burst. Immediate hoof stomp. I'm looking at Tonsqi's burst. They've bursted here before.
Look at scare. Oh, but gets caught by the H fireball on the ID back. Just going to completely stuff out that option. Tonsqi fighting back to get on the board 1-2 now. Looking pretty good. That was a much cleaner game from Tonsqi.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Tonsqi with I definitely like this Kai play. I mean, definitely, not trying to compare or anything, but definitely plays a very unique Kai compared to some of the other ones maybe that we've seen in the bracket. So definitely, despite it being a popular character, is very unique to Tonsqi is what I'm trying to say. And they've definitely been doing some good stuff here in this winter so far. Getting a game against someone like Happyrio is insane. We got to see if we can get some more here, of course. Tonsqi having one of the best records tonight in the bracket in the ladders portion.
Absolutely. Storming back right now. What a good first round to start already. Stun Dipper hasn't been touched yet. Was getting all the hits. Another Stun Dipper. RC almost fished out that burst. It didn't commit too hard. Fair enough, but Happyrio gonna have another chance at life. The result doesn't combo the beat driver follow-up. Delayed it a little too long, but still gets the conversion needed to get a wall break.
Going to be that aggressive run-up 2K here. Rio gets answered back by that burst from Tonsqi. That hoof stomp does connect. Red RC, trying to go for a follow-up after Tonsqi gets the back throw on the drop. And with this 100 tension, Rio not in the best spot. An early cancel on the RTL. That'll be enough to close out the round.
Tonsqi on the comeback of the century, just dominating that first round once again. Happyrio still has that set lead, so can afford to make a few more mistakes, but after one more round, it's going to be even. You got to make something happen soon. R slash connects, but the 2H not going to convert there. Burst on from Happyrio.
Tonsqi trying to dance around with these back dashes. Does get clipped here as Rio is going to send you through. No stamina. Does have the positive bonus, but the tension's a little low, so you got to get a couple of seconds of pressure first before that RC does come out. Perfect timing, though. That hook stomp Red RC will be enough to reset the situation. Tonsqi has some meter to play with, but we just need to get a chance to press.
Nice RC into the low, a sneaky mix-up. After that food arc, the RC forward from Happyrio is going to take some plus frames from the slowdown. Goes on in with the Gazelle step. Oh, minus frames into the DP, the Guilty Gear Classic. Which just sends the hook stomp in neutral. Why not?
Dang. Nice stuff, man. Rio sitting on this set point and is trying to secure this around with some quick pressure as you're thrown here in the corner. Tonsqi, I love how active we are with those jump normals, just trying to press to get out of that corner. It does get a counter hit, does put Rio here in the mid screen, but the backdash lets us get this RTL after, but Tonsqi did spend that burst.
In the wall. Nice extension with the escape through the plus range backstop, looking for probably a DP or some kind of mash. The Happyrio with the patience gets rewarded with the RTL. Knockdown as well. No stamina though. Has to make it work without it. The Elphelt not going to convert anything, but the tap does will. And Happyrio, after what was a scary almost comeback,
Will be Tonsqi versus Connorlink here in this loser's quarter side. Tonsqi, of course, playing out against Happyrio there on that winner's side. Unfortunately, they're down on the loser side now, but feeling that momentum, feeling that heat, wants to keep that pressure up, wants to make it back to that run back, and Connorlink is just going to be a stepping stone for that on this Dizzy, but a very strong Dizzy at that.
I wouldn't want to fight Asuka either. First slash thunder from Tonsqi, setting the tone for taking the first round. Connorlink has some work to do. We have the husband-wife match. We have the father-son. We had the, and now we get the father-wife, father-mother.
Yeah, the domestic violence happening right now, guys. Reminder, it's only a video game. We're just playing a video game out here. Tonsqi catching you right now with this awesome play, getting a perfect. Connor getting caught with that backdash here. This Kai keeping that pressure up with that stagger, right? That close slash, just threatening just another one right after. Sometimes dash 5k is all you need to try to frame trap your opponent. Connor just trying to get some distance back, maybe trying to fish back with our active far slash, with our ice spike if we can, maybe even to try to go for some of these K normals, which are really strong on Dizzy, but Tonsqi not letting you, keeping that pressure up.
Absolutely not. That was a wife fight back, kill wife game I've ever seen one.
Regrets.
Regrets. Think about what.
Duel 1.
Here we go. The wife still has time to fight back in this game number 2. See what Connorlink has in store for us.
We'll see that nice anti-air far slash from Connor gets answered back by the burst, but Tonsqi is about to threaten the wall break, so we spin it right back. Nice approaching 6p. Gets a counter hit for ourselves here. Oh, that approaching ice fire spike rather is able to contest these projectiles from Tonsqi. That being said, this Kai walking into the corner is going to get a wall break as well.
Nice combo. Ooh, what a conversion. I love the dash cancel 2k pick, but it's not enough. The 5 guts from Dizzy. All 5 coming together to work. FP's out. Let the Sacred Edge to stay alive. Gonna clash with that Fire Knife. It's plus here, but yeah, that's unsafe to the DP. Nice awareness from Tonsqi to just choose that option, get out for free, and take the round once again.
The burst comes out here. Connor. Oh, man, but Tonsqi was ready. Whoa, man, that was a really good Wild Assault combo to start, but Tonsqi with a really cool route to finish as well.
Nice PRC. Connorlink kind of just stuck here. Was playing for the far slash, but not enough to get a combo, but the JH will get the job done. A perfect from Tonsqi. Oh, playing so good, despite having to play back-to-back sets, despite having coming off a loss, just right back in the driver's seat, up 2-0 already, speed running this set so far. Connorlink has to find an answer and has to find it fast. Only has one more chance.
We'll see, man. Connor, of course, very powerful on this Dizzy. Going to stick to that tried and true. Try to see what we can do here against Tonsqi. I mean, those were quick games. Tonsqi playing very strong, but they were 2 games nonetheless. A lot of information to be divulged or to be annexed through here. Connorlink going to be blocking out a bit. Tonsqi trying to get that shock save with these projectiles. Does manage to get in here. Connor getting walked down to this corner.
Fire Clap forward slash. Okay, Connorlink getting the hard knockdown. Fort is set. Sacred Edge gonna easily jump over it. Oh, but throwing in between the close slash and the delay fire knife, usually that's gonna be gapless, but Tonsqi challenging it anyway. JD delayed, catching the fuzzy jump, but almost a full combo. There's another throw. That JD putting in work for Tonsqi, who's already on set point.
Dude, this guy is trying to make that run back as fast as possible. Saying no disrespect, Connor, but you're a name in the way right now. This Fire Spike doing a good job of fighting back against the stun edges in general. And in fact, try to go for this combo after. Tonsqi looking dire this round as Connor, despite some strong rounds from this Kai, showing you that this zoner, as long as we can get something started, is able to get these perfects.
Oh, what a whip punish with the 2S there, forcing the burst out and running right in with the fighters, not even letting a single fish come out. The aquarium is closed today. This Tonsqi going in with the 6H, huge damage here with the Sacred Edge, and now Connorlink one interaction away from losing the set. Oh no, and that's probably going to be it here. Finishing the combo with a close slash, 6H Tonsqi. Very
Duel 1.
See what we got here. Being aggressive already with this round start, man. Kensei knowing exactly how that round was going to play out, it felt like.
Really good play there from the round start. Was very comfortable so far in this matchup. But Happyrio, no stranger to it as well, just beat another Kai, a very strong one. We just saw a steamroll in the round before this, but gates out the flex shield. That's going to be huge damage here and should be enough to close out with the Sacred Edge, and does. Very clean round from Kensei.
Yeah, amazing round from Kensei. And both players are going to have that burst here again, as Kensei spent it on that last round as a wild assault combo here. Rio going to use that stamina. Some great stuff. Using that close slash. Oh my god, Kensei just trying to find the gap on that DP, but Rio already baiting it out.
Into the OCG, 6K for the meaty, PRC to extend, and there was a tap dust. Very good answer from Happyrio, going almost perfect for perfect there. Both players going with huge health leads.
Trying to check you with that 2S, the FDs from Kensei pushing you back. Nice job, Rio trying to be active with that 5K, but gets whiff punish, spends the burst to try to keep that pressure up, but Kensei, even in the corner, is able to get out.
JS going to connect, but can't find anything after that. JS, not the best combo starter. BRC4 just applies some plus rings, backdashes away, but still has enough time to get right back in. 2K2D going to combo with the full DP extension and gets the wall break.
They're trading right there. Rio using that dash block to try to get out of that corner. Both players never want their back to the wall, but still are good at fighting out of that corner. But Kensei just pulling up with that far slash from downtown, man.
Nice dark clock, double dark clock just for the extra bit of shock state. Far slash gonna whiff. They're both just poking each other out. Nice jump over the elk hunt, but Happyrio gonna get the frame advantage from knocking him out of the air there. Goes with the hoof stomp, but gets blocked. 2K2D, elk hunt again, extension. Just barely spaces out with that fireball. Jumps over the wild assault and punishes with the IID back JS. Great play from Kensei to take the first game.
Guys, update on that. We were talking about, a quote, Baku watching, talking about Paragon making awesome contributions to the community and to the players for these prize pools. Apparently we had, Paragon, had claimed nearly 34,000 codes and at least $8.5 thousand from codes alone across all of their different tournaments. So every time you claim that 25-cent coupon, right, like that adds up. It does add up over time for the players, for the people that play these games. It's awesome.
Very awesome. Happyrio switching the color here. He's switching the mod on his screen. Nice bait on the burst with the 6K. Such a good tool in so many ways, and that's definitely one of them. There goes the close touch, but a really late DP from Kensei. Gonna fight back here, but you're gonna do it with a 100-meter sin.
Trying to check with that 2S. It's been, I mean, that's been like the god normal in this matchup. It feels like the Kai 2S going to be able to send you through here. But Rio, very good on resources. In fact, we kind of got a lead here, you know, in terms of the resources on top of what we got going on. Kensei, of course, with this positive bonus, is looking pretty good as well.
Decay into the close slash counter hit, forcing the burst out from Happyrio, who goes right in with the beat drop full combo. Gonna spend it all on the cash out. Is it enough? Absolutely blasting Kensei through the wall, and Happyrio now on the round advantage, but without burst.
See what we got here. I like only like the single stamina spend just to get you in the corner originally. Lets you save a bit here. Now, of course, you spend it on that pressure, so Kensei blocking it out is in a great spot. Does spend that burst to try to ensure some pressure here, but the tension spends from Rio make it a little hard. Kensei does find the counter hit, does take this into the corner, tries to put your son in timeout, so to speak. Happyrio does have stamina to play with here.
So building it up, now has 3 full bars of stamina. The calories are full and ready to go. Goes as a counter at 2H. Interesting, almost extension. Maybe didn't intend to do that, but still made up for it with that extra 2K to catch the backdash. Full combo into the Tyrant Barrel. With the flex shield to get around that beat driver. Gives Kensei enough space to fight back, but gets caught by the DP, and the extra little extension with the stamina is enough to kill. Happyrio ties it up.
Nice stuff. We're sitting here 1-1 on this winners finals. I mean, I called it earlier. I said Kensei always up here in these top 4s, and we're hearing at least that. But the way that Kensei's been playing, I could see a grand finals run. But Rio not going to make it easy as we're getting that last game here. The Sin's looking strong, already being warmed up against the Kai. So we'll have to see if Rio can keep that up here in this game 3. Kensei, of course, playing strong with that 2S with these far slashes. Let's see what we got.
Nice 6P to start up the round. Pushing Kensei to the corner here. But Kensei jumping out with those IDJSs. He's doing work for Kensei all night, forcing the burst out to just keep the corner, keep the offense going. Sun Edge coming out, and there goes a huge counter sensation. Of course, the burst back from Happyrio, and there goes a counter at JS from Happyrio, who should be able to get a full combo here. Yep, and does. Tyrant Barrel to break the wall.
That was a really cool like stamina spend mid combo to keep that one going here from Happyrio. That positive bonus going to make sure that tension is going to allow you to keep those combos going despite the stamina being low, but Kensei still fighting out of the corner. Going to turn to a wall break and reverse for ourselves, evening up the HP.
Forward, the 5P gonna lock Kensei down, but both players just mashing it out. Extra mash. Kensei with a slight life disadvantage, but closes it a little bit. Burst, bit of a hero burst to say the least. Outcomes right under, and now yeah, Happyrio just forced into a much better spot due to just getting under that fireball and making Kensei jump away.
Spending that stamina here. Oh, the on-hit 2K catching Kensei there with that whiff throw after Rio. Spending that burst to try to keep their opponent here in the corner. Oh my god! That 5P linking the 5K after. What a great combo from Rio.
Amazing awareness to pick up off that really optimally as well. Took so much health away with the hard knockdown, but really good frame there awareness to punish after that really high JS from Happyrio. Now Kensei turning the round right on its head. Now getting the Sacred Edge and a wall break.
Trying to check our opponent there with those 2 Ps here. I love that RC stall, or that momentum change there. Rio able to get out of that corner. No stamina, though. Is going to get their burst here in a moment. You could see it spend, potentially no. Kensei going to be able to close out that combo. Rio wisely holding on to that resource, saying, hey, I don't feel like a hero today. I'm going to wisely hold it into this last round.
Very good plays all, and there the burst goes off. That's why you hold it, honestly. They're in a much worse spot. There goes the hook stomp, wall bouncing with the extension, and there goes the burst from Kensei. Now both plays out a burst. The next hit's going to matter quite a lot. Happyrio trying to sneak in a BRC to get some kind of hit, and finds it with the close slash. It'll be good damage here as well. Spends the meter. Actually, no, does not spend any of the stamina. Has 3 full bars of stamina to go into this positive one situation. It's a very good spot for Sin to be in, and there goes the tap dust. With a little bit of risk buildup, it should be enough for something big, but not a kill, though.
You got the hard knockdown. Rio going to pull up on you with this 1 stamina. No, just going to be the 2S counter hit. Kensei
maybe going for a wake-up option there to try to avoid Rio, but it's going to be that 2S to catch us. Strong stuff, man. I think that Kensei there in that corner, and the corners in general, he's been having a hard time when Rio is running up on you with that full stamina. Of course, I mean, if a character's got 2 meter bars, it's going to be a hard time, but if you're able to block it out, you're able to FD back. Kensei's been doing a good job of trying to air dash out and sometimes stealing the corner at times. So see if we can do that here, or if Rio's going to walk us to our wall. We got to see what we got.
5K, it's maybe misimplemented tap list, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to the intended combo, but makes up for with the Elphelt. No burst from Kensei, understands that not much of a combo can be made from Elphelt anymore, thank God. And there goes the burst Kensei this time to get away from another bad corner situation. But Happyrio just staying on the driver's seat. Burst again, just keep the corner, keep the pressure going as long as possible. As long as that stamina is going, something can happen here. But there it goes, BRC forward to just force Kensei into some more offense. But nice bar slash, just spacing trap away from the 5K.
I like that jump over the fireball here. Rio just dash blocking forward. Not trying to force a return too hard, but Kensei taking advantage of that, getting that first throw. Kensei does find a gap, or Rio finds a gap to DP out there, but on that air dash approach, the 6P RC turns into a round win for Kensei.
Kensei with the round lead so far, but Happyrio only needs one more game to close out the set. Kensei needs this game very bad, but not making it easy. Have to hope don't already with the positive bonus to boot. Good edge from Kensei, now going to get a hard knockdown of his own. Happyrio with 100 meter to work with. Kensei being very respectful as he should be, but gets the back throw with the out of the air. Happyrio fighting back with a DP, finds a close slash to catch what should be a fuzzy jump, and there goes the tap dust, or charges rather, to break the wall. Positive bonus, it's 50 meter, but no stamina, has to spend it. But there was the JH from Kensei. Ball was up to lock out the burst for a little longer. Heals in that positive bonus, but Happyrio has the meter advantage.
Rio, with the mace bend this burst, is Kensei going to find the bait? No, Rio going to take it to the grave. Of course, Kensei, a master burst baiter, can look for those opportunities with the 5K, with those P-normals having quick recovery. Rio not finding that optimal moment to send it, saying, hey, we're just going next. So we're going to go to game 5 here. We're going to see what we got. Both these players, very powerful, both deserving that grand final spot. Just who wants some more here in this game 5? Kensei, feeling that momentum, winning that last game.
Duel 1.
Right, who wants it more? 6P to start the round off. Spending all the stamina already and being super aggressive. Happyrio finds the far slash counter it off the bat. But Kensei staying alive, spends the burst, but keeps the health up right about even with that JS counter confirmed. But Happyrio right back in there.
Feeling pretty good on our stamina as well. Spending it here to get this full charge 5D here at the end. Rio has his tension built up on that positive bonus to try to get the kill here to finish it off. Kensei having our own tension to fight with, but it's going to be that anti-air close slash after PRC. Rio sitting here on set point.
Happyrio now in the lead. Throws the outcome confirm. Once again, one round away from closing it out. Had the 2 points, had the 2 games up. With the even set count, it's now scary because any situation where you lose this next round can make everything scary because now Kensei will be on set point. And now you got 100 meter work with as Happyrio. Spends 50 for the air dash with Kensei all over that. The BRC speed up was not enough as Kensei confirms it into a wall break.
You're in a great spot though with that BRC drift forward. Also all that stamina to play with as well. Keeping it simple so far. Those FDs from Kensei just trying to get as much distance as we can. That positive bonus meant that our tension is still pretty high. That soft knockdown on this stun dipper. Rio answers it back with a DP.
I'm confirming with the RSD instead of using stamina. 2H. The deep driver extension again. Elphelt has one more bar of stamina. Not spending it, but Kensei's respecting the fact that it's there. But both players kind of just in a bit of a stalemate situation. All assault. Pressure's over again. 6 Ps to get past the JS, but no conversion. It's the throw. One more thing will do it. Anything will work here. trading 1 pixel of health. Descends the wild assault and flips. Kensei jumping forward. Trusted. Or has Magician Girl been ready to go this entire time on the new skin color, the neon orange, coming out for the Asuka this time around?
Seen it, Magician Girl saying in the chat she's had to play against the whole family, the whole Kiske family tonight. So we'll see, you know, going for the head of the Kiske right now. Tonsqi, of course, been having an amazing run tonight. You know, not to be a dead horse, I think our best score tonight, our best record tonight, top seed, Tonsqi on this Kai. Magician Girl, however, showing some awesome expertise on this Asuka. Great answer with that Sacred Edge, but the 6P right back. Magician Girl goes back to the projectiles.
Yeah, Sacred Edge is a nice projectile to throw out just to check the projectile, what Asuka's going on. But if it doesn't kill, it honestly is not all that advantageous. Tonsqi try to take advantage and just send a food arc, but Magician Girl more than ready for it.
Gonna fight back with that bar slash here. Tonsqi. Oh, okay. Try to see if Magician Girl probably wanted to go for a way to keep her cube there safe. Tonsqi is very patient here in the air. Magician Girl getting a lot of opportunity to go for these projectiles, just dancing away, using those teleports to get that distance back. Tonsqi trying to just get this time back as well. Magician Girl trying to get a better hand.
Red teams are going everywhere, jumping around left, right, in, but Tonsqi ready for it. Nice push slash, caught the backdash there. Not a full combo, but still really good pressure that falls at the corner. Another delayed JD. These JDs are putting work for Tonsqi all night, and it continues to be that way. Magician Girl almost out of mana. One more hit will 100% steal this round out, but Magician Girl catching over Century with the back throw.
And the delayed tech right there was enough to put that Kai back down. It's going to be a quick super here. Answered back by Tonsqi, but the Sacred Edge. And you called it out, J-Sav. It's great for those projectiles, but it needs to kill, just like it does right there.
What a good option with the 50 meter on deck, but your girl has to be ready for that. Anytime you get caught looking at your deck for a little too long, the round will be over. 2 Screamers at that to go with. Spends both, boom, boom, and the overhead. More cubes to work with now. As yellow cube, green cube, tap dust coming out. But Tonsqi defending all of it pretty well so far. Finds the gap with the mash. Knew the overextension was coming with the lack of cubes. And baits up the burst as well with the throw punish. Punish. We'll take it. JD gonna work out not too well. There's a 2S. Nice little punch on the 6P. Called it out beautifully. And should have enough to kill without that mana shield. And it is indeed enough. Tonsqi takes game 1.
Awesome stuff there. Tonsqi finishing off that last round flawlessly. Great stuff here. Magician Girl trying to get some cubes out here. But, I mean, I definitely love what we're doing with the keep away, right? Tonsqi at the very beginning was just taking some time to see, you know, what the zoning patterns were going to be. You know, sometimes with Asuka, it's just if you have a cube, you spend it, right? But Tonsqi is trying to feel that out, trying to see how Magician Girl wants to do that tempo going to be. She's doing a good job of getting that distance away, but if Tonsqi does get on you, man, you're getting 2 touched.
Absolutely. Especially when Asuka spends all that mana on the neutral, hit one time to a player with the combos like Tonsqi, it's not going to end well for you. Magician Girl trying to find the spacing, doesn't quite do it, but mana's already low just like that. We're taking 1 hit. And there it goes. Goodbye, mana, and goodbye your health bar.
Yeah, oh my lord. You do got some tension to play with. You got that 7-frame super to help you out, but doesn't get a chance to spend it right there as Tonsqi finishes off that round. Sitting in a good spot with this burst lead. Magician Girl trying to get some space back as these Screamers to have the wall bounce pick up as well. Tonsqi going to 6 feet to get out of the corner. I like that answer, actually.
2D to get some space. Now the cubes are coming out to play. Reshuffling with that test case 3 special. Gets some auto refill, gets the arpeggio out, but Tonsqi fighting through well. Manages to press the buttons to get through and gets the throw with the backdash 2D, getting a full punish. Thankfully, she's going to eat most of that damage, but now you're stuck with very little mana.
Yeah, trying to get that wake up as well. The burst gets spent. You at least got to save your mana after that burst, so you're not in a bad spot. Magician Girl. Oh my god, this is a winnable round.
Just barely, but Magician Girl spent so much health to get the situation in the first place. Has to actually keep the wall because of the situation that she was in now. Oh, was ready for Sacred Edge, but ran out of meter on the way down. So it still got the chip. That was crazy. Tonsqi up 2-0 now.
Oh, man. Yo, Tonsqi, by the way, like, frame wanting the Sacred Edge when we need to, by the way. Like, Tonsqi's really good at pulling the trigger on that. Second off, Magician Girl, you got to give her credit. Read it right there. You know, was ready to try to stay alive. Unfortunately, that little bit of chip damage was all we needed, depending on who you root for, of course. I do see some Magician Girl fans there in the chat, and it's not over yet. We still got potentially 3 more games out here if this Wizard locks in. We got to see what Magician Girl has in store. Blocking out that Sun Dipper, getting this punish, but Tonsqi was ready with the burst.
And switching back to the color 10 as well. Maybe the victim skin, the block in skin, if it works out. Nice combo, converting with the cubes, already looking much better. Reloading the spells and getting the super cube out for the hard knockdown. Magician Girl in a fantastic position already.
Approaching here, catching that backdash. Okay, with the super, that could be enough here, but the scaling of course, if you just kept the wall there, but they didn't plan for that, of course. Weird routing, Tonsqi going to take advantage of it, but not for long. Magician Girl is able to finish that round. Tonsqi almost getting away with murder.
West 5H, Fireball comes out, 6P not enough to get around all of it though. Shots get applied, we're going projectile with projectile, jumps over with the Screamer, nice awareness, just keep the positioning without dealing with that Fireball. But Tonsqi still eventually sneaking their way in. Nice freeze there for easy free hard knockdown. Film the spells. Now you got the slow staff into the gravity staff. Everything is everywhere. I cannot even see where she is, and somehow Tonsqi is still blocking it.
And YRC definitely helping as well. That counter hit getting answered by the burst. We're ready with the Foudre arc as well. So Tonsqi was going to send you through unless Magician Girl answered the way she did. The 5D gets blocked, but finding the gap, saying, hey, you can't shuffle in front of me, homie, was ready with the DP.
Crazy defense, super aware of all the cues, aware of all the spells. This is what I like to call pickle jar defense. You just can't open them up.
Not unless I ask my wife to open the jar, but she's, I don't know, but she's pretty good about those. You gotta run the hot water under them. Hot water, get your rag. But here we go. We'll keep the life advice at home as Tonsqi trying to close out this round, man. Looking good against this Magician Girl. Trying to close out this round. The tension being built up. You got that positive bonus. You got the 100 tension. Blocking it down. Magician Girl trying to fix his hand.
Uh-oh. Redline's going to go through that cube and through Asuka as well. The mana is very... Do not want to get hit. This is going to force the burst or else it's death. Understandably so. Almost hits the mana back to survive a little longer. But Tonsqi, knowing that, just goes for the throw anyway. 5K for the pressure extension. Thunderdipper RC. Jumps over it. Jumps over the H Fireball. Air stalls with the arpeggio. Has enough time to make something happen. Rubik's Cube overhead blocked. Low blocked. Low blocked again. Tonsqi cannot be denied. Ends the set 3-0. Immaculate defense. A pickle jar. No. Happyrio is in fact in Grand Final. For a second I thought it was going to be Happyrio down here. But I was not familiar. Kensei, Tonsqi, the battle of the kinds, finally facing off here in the bracket. They've been on opposite sides, fighting off, playing very well on both of their respective ends. But now only one can move on. There's not enough space in the castle for 2 Kais. There can only be 1 king.
Gotta see what we got here, man. And you guys came just in time. The big raid coming in from Kame Esports. Guys, this is Guilty Gear Strive Losers Finals of ParagOnline's Guilty Gear Strive weekly ladder bracket. We're in Losers Finals. Some of the best Kai players you're going to see tonight. Kensei up against Tonsqi. Tonsqi making a hell of a run. Kensei trying to get this run back up against Happyrio. Both these players won it.
Nice fireball from Tonsqi. You can convert it fully all the way with close out the round. Tonsqi sending the tone over. Nice 2S, catching the aggression from Kensei, trying to run in deep with bar splashes to close in the space, but Tonsqi very ready for it here. Catching the aggression on the mash as well, converting straight into the Ride the Lightning from a 2P.
I like those quick 2Ps there, just in the scramble, trying to see if you get that hit, confirming into the super as well. It's just the cake, or rather the cherry on top of the cake. Gonna get that air throw. Man, Tonsqi has been having some amazing air throws. The fast RC air DP just makes it look all that much cooler.
Absolutely here, looking so strong. Just absolutely just controlling on offense. Just not letting any option that's being shown defensively go unpunished. Catching the throws, catching the mashes, catching the fuzzies, everything being covered. Tonsqi just all over the immediate timing on Kensei's defense. Kensei gonna have to mix it up, or honestly, sometimes just do a little bit of nothing. A lot of Tonsqi's offense has been reliant on Kensei just being impatient on defense, and that's been the story of that first game. So we'll see if Kensei switches it up here on out.
We'll see, man. Kensei definitely no stranger to doing some quick whiff punish far slashes into like super confirms. I mean, Kensei got multiple clips, like I think double-digit clips of like 5P RTL confirms and stuff. So Kensei knows how to play slow and knows how to fish for the exact hit we need. We got to see if that's going to mesh well against Tonsqi's playstyle.
There we go. Now Kensei's getting those far slashes to connect, but Tonsqi getting the much more impactful combo here. Getting the hard knockdown. Not a wall break, but the pressure's going to be pretty hard to deal with here. Spacing out with the 2 S's. It's an RC. It's K for some little more plus frames. Jumping over, resetting with the JHs. Kensei mashing out, but the run-up throw will not get the job done, forcing the burst out.
Finding the gap there. Trying to check with that 5K, but Kensei was able to get that backdash away. Sending Tonsqi through this hard knockdown. You do have that burst when you wake up, but Kensei in a great spot, going to try to keep this pressure up. Doesn't want to give Tonsqi any chance to breathe. And potentially getting that resource from them as well would be great here. Tonsqi does opt to spend it. The round isn't over yet. Kensei hasn't won quite yet. In fact, Tonsqi looking pretty good here, building up that tension, sending Kensei through. The dragon install. This is my first one seeing, I think it's the first time seeing it tonight.
Yeah, actually, will it convert into a win? It's looking like it. So much damage and so much time to burst to bait the burst out. I just threw him there. Well, that's no, it's not enough. See, it's always DI to lose every time. The curse continues.
Even in the Kai mirror, there's no justice. It feels like even the Kai's like, I know what I must do.
Sacred Edge again, Tonsqi in the driver's seat. Kensei being on the defensive end a lot so far this set, as being punished right now. Tonsqi gets another Sacred Edge off to close the round with a perfect.
Whew. Tonsqi definitely feeling some momentum here, but Kensei has gotten around here in this game too, so it's not all Tonsqi show or nothing. Both these players definitely want to make that run back against Happyrio. We got to see who is going to get that privilege. Kensei spending that burst in the counter hit, trying to get out of that corner, but both of our players trading back and forth. I love that air pickup from Tonsqi.
Something with the Stun Dipper RC. Going with the 2S. Oh, huge counter hit, but unfortunately the trade makes it so you can't get much afterwards. JS for JS is going to be Tonsqi's coming out first. 5K into the stagger throw. Nice DP from Kensei, not going to have any more of those resets with the JHs. There goes the Stun Dipper, PRC to cover. Kensei going in with the Stun Dipper rubber zone. 6K coming out. Tonsqi going back, starting back with the fireball. Oh, nice conversion with the red wild assault, but not much from it. And Tonsqi going to get a nice confirm into the Future Art to close out. Tonsqi one game away now for moving on to...
Guys, big shouts to how Tonsqi's been playing, man. Tonsqi making a heck of a run for themselves, coming on that winner's side. Unfortunately, going down to Happyrio. I think they had already played a set earlier on in the bracket against each other. I didn't actually check who won. I just checked that they played each other. So actually, I'm curious to see back, to see what the head-to-head currently is. Of course, Happyrio in the top 8 is sitting on that grand final spot. And Tonsqi closed out against Kensei, but of course, you got to see what this Kai Connoisseur can do. Being able to get this jump in, already getting that burst away from Tonsqi, is going to send you through the wall.
Interestingly enough, as I looked through, and it turns out the first set during the ladder between Tonsqi and Happyrio came out on top, 3-1. Actually, no, I lied. Excuse me. Tonsqi came up on top, 3-1. So Happyrio run the run back, and now Tonsqi's looking to close out to get to that run back. But Kensei still in it, not out just yet. We're not going to talk like it's over just now. Kensei is very strong on the Kai. It's more than capable of bringing it back. As Tonsqi's forced to burst to keep stay alive here.
Yeah, for sure. Kensei with some amazing plays so far in this round here. Tonsqi spending that burst, the trade hit, going into Kensei's favor, getting kind of low there, but having that bit of resource to just close out the round against Tonsqi. Having our own burst as well. Got to see if we get a good chance to spend it, but the nice empty jump throw from Tonsqi, getting a lot of damage out before Kensei could spend that burst.
Another stun nipper, using the archer to confirm, as Kensei uses that little extra time to whip a button, get a bigger button out afterwards. Double dire clap for the wall break. Nope. Hard knock into the positive bonus would be really nice here as they get the RC. Can we kill before the burst comes back? No, but try to bait it out with the 5P, but didn't fully commit. Tonsqi with another chance at life here.
Okay, we get the throw after the drop. Oh, but bet it all on another. And Kensei wasn't having it today. Was ready with that back throw. Got that sick little punish when you did at the very end to close out that teeny bit of HP to get that game we needed. Kensei putting one up on the board. Now, I've been talking a lot about Tonsqi wanting this run back potentially, but of course, Kensei was already on that winner's final side, going down only 3-2 to Happyrio. Such a close set. You guys got to watch that one back. So, of course, Kensei would also really appreciate that run back. This mirror match is more than just what it is. It's both these players to try and get to that grand final spot.
Nice start for Tonsqi, though, getting that counter at food arc. Trying to set up that 5K stage jab. Just barely missed it, though. But the 2P stagger going to force Kensei to be impatient, and Tonsqi punishing that with that counter hit 6H. Really good start to the round.
Oh, the safe jab's going to bait out that DP, though. Tonsqi feeling a little too confident on those wake-ups, and Kensei's going to make you hurt for it with this DI as well.
All right, we're going against Tonsqi who's 100-meter on the wake-up here. Has a lot of options to get out. Despite the dragon install, yeah, you gotta still play a little patient. Oh yeah, the DI firewall gonna beat the regular one, but runs all the way under with that maxed out speed. Look at how fast Kai is in this state. Crazy. Nice hit here. RCs and baits the burst because it's HDP. You're allowed to RC after that. Really good call out from Kensei, who's now fighting back in it. One round away from tying the set.
Yeah, that burst bait was actually awesome there from Kensei at the end. Using that wild assault to confirm that stray hit as well. I love that route from Kensei, making sure we get that wall break every time after spending that wild assault. Positive bonus to build up that tension as well. I love this. Kensei looking strong this round.
Jumping around, nice hit from Tonsqi here. Fireballs in. Backdash BRC, one of the overhead missed it, but still, the throw bait was enough to confirm anyway, and that's a perfect. We are going to game 5 just like that. I see we didn't speak too early about Kensei losing, and look what happens. One more game to go.
There we go, man. Kensei definitely putting in the work tonight. Multiple game 5s out here. Multiple strong opponents that we've played against. And now we're going to try to get up further into that prize pool. Reminder, everyone you see on the screen, by the way, guys, gets a cut of that pie at $37. You can contribute to it with the ! Matcherino, and all the players at this point are trying to get as big of a cut as they can.
Here we go. Both players feeling each other out, but there was a 5H from Kensei. Both players out of burst now, trading the food arc for the stun dipper. But Tonsqi not having any of it, just goes straight into the RTL on the wake up, realizing that Kensei's going to want to be aggressive. It was a fake out, looking for maybe that JD, but didn't quite get it out, so Kensei gonna just get out a little scot-free there on that backdash.
And Tonsqi has our own tension here. Gotta see how we opt to spend it to try to get out of this corner. I mean, our Tonsqi very comfortable at just blocking it out and holding that meter for the pressure after. Doesn't really opt too much for that YRC or any BRC shenanigans. Kensei gonna be able to fight out of that corner using the wild assault to confirm that hit.
A big drop combo for Tonsqi with tap dust. Is paying for it dearly right now, but blocks the tap dust from Kensei, giving another chance with Thunder RC. Counter hit 2P. Very clutch hit there for Tonsqi to get, as now he has one more round to win to end and survive against that almost reverse 3-0 that Kensei's trying to set up with a huge burst bait. It's going to be just what Kensei needs to get right back into this game.
That was a very hard call-out burst bait there from Kensei to take out this round against Tonsqi, man. As quick as the other rounds were, Kensei beating the record here with this perfect. And now we're going to the last round, last game, and this mirror match between Kensei and Tonsqi. Wouldn't have it any other way. Trying to check you a bit with this 5K here. Tonsqi definitely feeling all the momentum and then catching you with that air JD as well. Immediately canceling in the RTL. Kensei will have her burst and 100 tension, but the HP just getting critical.
Spends the burst, is 100 meter to go for now. Dragon install is available. Spends 50 for the RC on the Thunder, 50 for the DP, not DP. I can't even keep up, it's so much going on. There goes the DI for a hard knockdown. Now to deal with the super long-lasting H Fireball. Almost got a combo with the tap dust of Tonsqi didn't burst it. There goes the counter JS, that's huge! So much stun here. Just blocks the tap dust in time. RC to confirm. Kensei got too greedy and Tonsqi takes full advantage, closing out the last round.
On the winner's side, what do we got? Is it going to be a reset? Let's lock in.
I wouldn't be surprised, but Happyrio in top condition today beat out both Tonsqi and I believe Kensei so far tonight. So very, very used to this matchup by now, especially today. The Tonsqi starting off strong, but a DP from Happyrio going to halt that momentum just in time, but not in time for the ride the lightning. Tonsqi not afraid to throw that, especially when the wall is in range.
Oh, I love that jump JD. That setup is kind of cool. Tonsqi bringing it out a lot tonight here against their opponents. Happyrio going to find that frame trap though. And then keeping the stamina fairly high as well, keeping that last bit for that last confirm, the last hit we would potentially need. Tonsqi trying to get out of this corner with this 100 tension. Doesn't even need to, J-Sav. The back throw's enough, man.
Absolutely, the back throw will do it. Tonsqi not afraid to throw out those defensive options when needed. The Happyrio with the clean 5P confirm going to get a full nice combo with only spending 1 bar of stamina. Super optimal. Getting the damage, getting the not hard knocking, but the positive bonus is all Sin needs to just keep the offense going. Already forcing the burst out. It's huge to see when you're down around.
Yeah, it's always a critical situation here. Tonsqi going to spend that RTL. Happyrio not in a bad spot here. I'm looking at the resources. We're actually sitting pretty well. Tonsqi needs to keep this pressure up here. Can't give Rio any chance to breathe, or the Sin could potentially run away with it. But wow, that was some hitbox magic.
That is a hitbox and a half. Nice hit there. Happyrio still surviving despite that crazy interaction. Out of stamina though, so has to use the meter somewhere. Spends it on the 6 PRC. Happyrio being forced into the corner, but gets the mash just in time. RC could be enough. It's not. Tonsqi again is not afraid to let the RTL fly, especially with the 100 meter to keep himself safe. And there goes the first game to Tonsqi.
Oh my gosh. Amazing 100 meter RTL combo there from Tonsqi to finish it off there at the end. And that's why you never take your hand off the controller, kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're in that combo. You feel you got to scratch your nose real quick. No, keep your hands on the controller. You got 100 meter. You may be able to RTL. So awesome stuff there, Tonsqi, showing the kids at home how to get those games here on the board. Already with a great start on this run back.
Duel 1.
Absolutely.
Let's rock.
But Happyrio can definitely close it out. Was very close to doing so in that last game. So, oh no, but that's such a good tone setter. Getting rid of the deflect shield. Probably was a little late trying to get rid of that H Fireball. Push Tonsqi back. Put Tonsqi on top of it, throw punish, and now the corner pressure's on. Happyrio without a burst. Tonsqi knowing that base out the DP. A weaker punish, but it's still a push nonetheless. He's going to keep the pressure alive.
Yeah, I guess a weak punish is better than getting DP'd, huh? So you take that. Tonsqi gonna get that shock state applied. Rio having a lot of resources, but guys, I can't cope it. I can't cope. The HP is very low here. Rio gonna need a miracle and a counter hit and a half to get through Tonsqi here.
Oh, 2K for 2K to meet Happyrio coming out on top there. Trying to air to stop the jump out, but Tonsqi with the better option comes up with the air throw instead. Throwing his son down like a piece of holy moly. Throw him back down the soul.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, Tonsqi been on top of it. Even when it wasn't Sin, these air throws have been insane. So good stuff. Tonsqi getting this air DP as well here. Happyrio sent through, but full resources, man. I can't say it enough because this thing can run away with those rounds. He's got to get that hit, but Tonsqi doing a great job of getting those throws after those knockdowns.
Kiske backs up, but the BRC from Happyrio going to give a massive advantage from there. Tonsqi just kind of stuck in the air. There goes to 6P, but the counter parcel should be massive for Happyrio to just get some kind of damage. There goes the hard knockdown. Not enough to kill, but a great situation nonetheless. Tonsqi 50 meter can use it. Chooses not to, but gets caught by the tap. Does stood up for a second there. Thought it was coming, but it came a little later after that close touch.
Tricky stuff, man. That stagger can be powerful here. Rio going to spend that stamina. Tried to link into that 2P after. Was very confident and went for the eat and everything, but wasn't ready for the drop, and Tonsqi taking advantage of it. Gets out of the corner.
The lightning going so far to get the wall break. Oh, but runs up for the full spin throw. Has been setting up that situation for so long by doing jump JD on damn near everyone so far in this entire bracket. And the one time we're going to go for the throw. Happyrio sending the backdash anyway. And now, because of that, one hit away from winning, but Tonsqi's meter advantage. But the DP again on the way down. Bailing Happyrio out of what should have been a punish once again. And now it's 1-1.
That is so violent. You know, Hawk Bakers are you know, the DP slamming down food arc like that. It's just, ooh, God, it's gotta hurt. Oh my gosh. Happyrio getting game 2 on the board.
Now it's 1-1. Happyrio only needs 2 more wins while Tonsqi needs 5. Still a very big win discrepancy in terms of this first grand final set. Could potentially be a second. Happyrio wants to close it out quick, but Tonsqi, that's not going to make it easy.
The just blocks here. The IBFDs from Tonsqi have been crazy, especially against Sin. I was saying earlier, Tonsqi's got some pretty good defensive tendencies against his character. That being said, Rio is doing a really great job forcing our way in with that stamina, with that tension. But trying to keep our turn up too much, Tonsqi finds the frame trap and then puts you in the corner.
Big DP bait from Tonsqi here. There goes their out hunt. Iron Barrel to confirm off the beat driver. Is it enough to kill? And now again, you go with 100. We've seen it once. We can see it again. Oh, try to wait for it. But Tonsqi held it this time, but then got hit. Maybe she spent it anyway? I'm not too sure because you have to do a DP. So many layers to deal with there. But it's kind of funny to see a little bit more stalemate for a second.
Here we go. Yeah, with these two players, a stalemate would be rare. Pausing for just a moment would be a novelty. Tonsqi with an awesome air combo, man. Moments like that look so anime. Nothing's more anime fighter than Kai with Shockstate combos.
Oh, just gets caught by the fireball straight up. Might have been accidentally inputting something, maybe a jump, maybe a DP. Did not come out properly, and now because of that, going to round 3. Happy with the burst advantage, so just needs to just get the hit, and it's going to be real leeches from there. But Tonsqi getting the hits first, and now Happyrio's out of burst.
And that stamina, but that joust block, man. Tonsqi buying so much space, even when the stamina gets spent on that beat driver follow-up. It's like unfortunate for Rio, and just great defense on Tonsqi's side. With that being said, Rio was able to turn that hit into a super cash out. So this hard knockdown is going to hurt. Rio going to have to fight through Tonsqi's 50 meter here, though. The DP buys some time.
Oh, just goes unpunished because of that meter, the threat of the RC that Kai's always go for it, send it for RC. But Happyrio was just waiting, and Tonsqi just let it be a free way to keep meter. Very smart play, just delaying stuff a little bit longer, but there goes the 6P getting into that 5-inch. Another 6P from Happyrio. Catching the timing again with the 2S. It's a full conversion since the start was a normal. Full charge does come into close slash Happyrio. 1 game away from ending the tournament right here and now.
Happyrio in a great spot, man. Up 2-1. This Sin
has been doing such a good job of forcing our way in, using that 2S Beak Driver stamina cancel, turn any of these stray hits into a full-on wall break from full screen, man. Rio is such a strong pilot on this character, to where we have confidently put ourselves in this grand finals against very strong opponents in a 56 attendee bracket. That being said, Tonsqi has what it takes to potentially reset this bracket here. Already has one game on the board to do so. We just got to try to get another, unless Happyrio is going to stop that and win this Paragon Online bracket.
Absolutely here. Nice combo. What about Salt to extend, but didn't quite get a wall break. Oh, snuck it in there with the 2K. Excuse me. Happyrio getting the wall break. Out of stamina, but the positive bonus going to make it up for it. You have the meter to work with that's going to come up. You also have a wild assault to use. It just backs off. Didn't really have anything to special cancel into. That was safe.
Nice just blocks there. Rio trying to just do that dash blocking forward. Tonsqi with some preemptive buttons. Happyrio doesn't want to fall for any of those. One more hit. The reset could do it, but Tonsqi is ready with the burst.
That's such a risky burst, though, only at such low health. Has to make full use of it, at least get the burst out from Rio, who chooses to hold it a little longer. Guys, 50 meter to work with. Wire Seed goes nowhere, but because of the no block stun, Tonsqi was ready to punish, and Happyrio steals the round. Tonsqi with no burst on the potential last round of the tournament.
Tonsqi's came back from worse. So if you're a Tonsqi fan, let me hear you. A lot of Tonsqi fans over there from Just Mids today over there in Ontario. So y'all spirit bomb your energy over to this Kai player. Otherwise, Happyrio trying to get some start with that close touch, but that air DP pushing you back, slamming you down with that Hawk Baker again.
Double 2K just fishing for that burst, but Happyrio just not giving up at all. As the round lead, doesn't really have to get your mistakes to make when you're up around like that. And fair enough, despite losing the round again, you still have the burst advantage. Tonsqi only got about half of it back.
Oh, catching your backdash here with the far slash. Rio linking with 5K as well. Tonsqi has our burst here, but is taking some damage.
I think it's going to be a huge advantage for Happyrio. You have the health lead, you have the meter lead, but the Tonga book with the back throw from Tonsqi, all of a sudden it's flipped on its head, went for that extra little sneaky fuzzy catch, but Tonsqi not ready for the DP. Rio just throwing it out there every once in a while, just like that, rewarded with the last hit situation. Does not get caught. The 6P, the elbow going to come out. RC looking for the burst. Happyrio still not getting it bricked way too hard, but think it's caught. Catch the DP, but attack was interrupted. I can't. Everyone.
Oh my lord. With the 6P right on C, J7! Happyrio does it!
Did I peep a little?